1974. Takes hold, then I just might wind up dead. Wasted, face it, you're never gonna be the one. Rockstar, you won't get far, but at least you had fun. People tell you you can be anything you wanna be, a king or a queen, as long as you got a dream. Oh no, it's a lie, they just wanna take your life, try to tell you it's a battlefield. People tell you you can be anything you wanna be, wanna go to outer space, superhero in the streets. God damn, what a lie, what a time to be alive. How have I survived? Life's a battlefield. 1974.
Welcome to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Overwatch, broadcasting from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. Tonight we wrap up our Week 2 Summer Overwatch Rumble. The Cyclones are in the Grand Finals, and the Wolves and Tsunamis are going to face off in our lower bracket finals to see who will join the Cyclones in the Grand Finals. I'm your host, Jacob Jem Palmer, joined by Artie Nerdy Rain. And Artie, this is quite a momentous occasion, or it could be, because this is potentially the last Rumble that we're going to have in Overwatch 1, as we have Overwatch 2 rumbling on the potential final. So overall, the last grand hurrah for 6v6.
Makes me sad. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
In the current state of Overwatch 2, to anyone that has to deal with players like Sharkcandy, I apologize severely on behalf of all other support players in existence. Good luck. Because Moira is disgusting now. Have fun.
Well, it's also, you're not just, support player, but, a diva off-tank,
Yes.
It's hard to lose that off-tank role.
It is. I mean, Diva still exists. She's still there. Obviously, we got to see some of her during the Esports Tower Rumble during our event earlier. And, I mean, she's viable. It's just, I don't know. I want to see Doomfist moved back to the DPS role, because I'm going to severely miss Doomfist parkour. That is never coming back. So thank you, Overwatch Devs, a small indie company, by the way. And I mean, just some of the changes just don't feel completely right. I'm sure I'm not the only one who is on the stance of Doomfist should have never been moved to tank. Just give us a new tank hero, which they did anyway. So, there's some things that are changing that I don't like, but I mean, it needed new life to be injected into the game.
Sure.
It was dying. So it's exciting, but sad to see it go.
Yep. Well, we'll have one last hurrah today for the 6v6. And certainly no shortage of opinions here. I'm sure we will hear more of them throughout the night. It's 6v6 competitive best of 3 control hybrid escort. And I'm seeing Assault on there, so I don't know. Normally they cut that out, but maybe we might see one final 2 CP.
I mean, let's be honest. We definitely have established that push is just as bad as 2 CP. It's a steamroll. You get Volskaya even though it's Coliseum. It's just how it works. It's not a more balanced game mode.
So they just need to release so what you're saying is they need to change Volskaya Industries into a push map.
Yeah.
Is basically.
There we go.
There you go.
So, well, I mean, if you have to suffer with push, you could suffer with Assault.
Okay. Fair enough. And we also have Doc, who's going to give his 2 cents in the form of Doc's keys to the game. That's never to take a fair fight. That's to take fights in unexpected places when your opponents are unprepared, and protect your supports. Doc's keys to the game brought to you by esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, and improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. So we're ready to head into our first match. The Wolves versus the Tsunamis battle it out in our lower bracket finals with a spot in the Grand Finals on the line. Here we go. We're going to see what comes up first in terms of the map selection. Going to go to Nighttime Dorado.
Yep, some Dorito coming in for everyone here. It looks like we've got the Law and Secrets coming in on the Sigma Orisa comp, so a lot of spam and high ground control. And then for the other side, we've got Diva Winston with that Brigida Ana, so lots of counter ability there as far as Brigida stopping any sort of dive opportunity, but I mean, considering the comps they're up against from the defense, they're not really going to get dove too much. Ana really needs to get to that high ground, and unfortunately, we will lose Spacefire very early.
We can see Soup is going to be the one joining the Wolves there. Wolves on the left, Tsunamis on the right. So Wolves still trying to maintain a defense, going to bring that Echo down very low and take out the Echo right there. Now we're going to jump up to the high ground as Winston tries to push them off. And we see a flank coming through with the Tracer back there. Can they chase them down with the one arrow? Brings it out, but the Tracer is just going to get away for now. But while that Tracer got away, the rest of the Tsunamis surely didn't. They are going to be stopped again.
Ooh, that Tracer did get very low, though. Another Sonic Arrow is going to go over onto that staircase area, revealing there's multiple players there. We do see Ana's already half. Robo getting very low. Monkey on the engage will not receive a nade, unfortunately, and Diva comes in a little bit too late. Blank will go down, though, so currently Tsunamis are up by 1, up by 2, taking out Apollo. Allah tries to equalize it out, but unfortunately they will lose their Zenyatta as well.
The Wolves should, if they reset well enough, be able to get one more team fight, though. Might have enough to hold them here, so this first checkpoint isn't a foregone conclusion right now.
Not just yet, but it's really dependent on if Blank, and this is going to sound horrible, ints or not here. They do have attack visor. It can be a great re-engage opportunity, but they cannot go in alone. They're going to push forward and inch up a little bit. Them and Hanzo have both gone forward, and very squishy targets. We lose our soldier, we lose our Brigitte. Spacefire will take out another one. The law goes down. Soup trades, but at that point, that was a wasted Dragon ult.
Feels bad moment, but the Wolves are going to have to regain their composure and still maintain their defense. Over 4.5 minutes left for Tsunamis to get to this next checkpoint. And a bad stagger put onto them as Echo Online eliminates Secrets. We see Robo moving forward, going to maybe try to take a few more picks here with the help of Spacefire. Jumps up there, is going to get right in the faces of the Wolves. A lot of damage being put there onto the Law right now. Excuse me, Apollo taking the damage, is going to have to force out the Immortality field. Spacefire and Robo rotating up just a bit too far there. They're going to get punished for that overextension. And yeah, the Hail Mary self-destruct not really going to turn this around.
That really hurts my soul as a D.Va player, but it's okay. We have Blank taken out the Ana. High ground control is heavily in favor of the Wolves right now. They have partial dive going in. Well, it's almost full dive. I will correct myself on that one. But the issue is that with these players, specifically Dark, Robo, Echo Online, and Spacefire, they need to engage together, and they need to make sure their Ana has line of sight on them so they can land a nade. There's nothing that can cleanse a nade if it lands on the Wolves members. Or they need to dive from semi-different directions. Not all up from one spot, but they need to engage together, because getting picked off one by one like this is what is being their undoing right now.
Steve is just going to try to cause a little bit of interference, but they're all kind of split up there, not even together as a full team. Robo very low on health. Does look like they were able to grab a health pack, and the Tracer is just going to get a little bit of chip damage, but still not really making any sort of big impact. There we go with the copy, and the nano boost is going to go out. Spacefire is able to take out Control. Soup also falling along with Apollo. Law is fighting back by taking out Echo Online, but overall the push from the Tsunamis is just enough for them to finally pick it up. One final rip tire off of the copy, and they've got the payload back.
It's very interesting that they've chosen to stick with this D.Va for Echo Online as opposed to swapping over to the Zarya. They're running the supports for Double Bubble, and Double Bubble can be quite strong when played properly. However, these engages that I'm noticing where there isn't any follow-up for Spacefire could be just the symptoms of the fact that they cannot run Double Bubble just yet because it takes so much coordination. If you can't run Dive right now with the coordination necessary to keep a Winston alive on an engage right there at a corner, that might be why we're not seeing it.
Look at this flank here by Robo, very sneaky, but only is going to be able to take out the Zen. Soup now trying to recover that, trying to land a few shots onto the supports there, is going to miss multiple times and just contest the payload a little. Flashbang is going to make the Tracer flash away. Recall, still unable to take him out. Meanwhile, Echo gets eliminated. Tsunami's running into a bit of trouble in this final spot.
With the supports rotating to the high ground, which is typically the strat you see early on first point, we didn't see it there. It was very common to have your Tracer pushing payload. However, they engaged on that payload a little too soon and had to use a lot of abilities to survive. We do see Luki go down, though, so Tsunamis are losing 2 members. They probably need to reset at this point and int or get out.
Yeah, that Transcendence eliminating any last chance they had of breaking through that defense. Winston is still fighting, though, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to make too much of a difference as he and Echo gets taken out. And another fight going over the Tsunamis, and they're having a problem with all these staggers. I mean, Leakith takes out Soup, but at what cost to the time?
And Robo is pushed very far forward right now, as is Dark. If either one of them goes down, that's basically a whole nother fight reset. There you go. That is waiting another 10 seconds, and between that and losing our Ana towards the end, that is half a fight. That's a full fight loss, basically, between those 2 staggers. This is why it's very important that you wait for your team. Now we're going in down a DPS, and D.Va's already very close to losing their mech.
They're going to lose their mech right now. Go out to pilot D.Va. Try to get away. The nade is going to be thrown out. Friendly one to help keep the team alive, but still not really contesting payload. Now they're going to move instead up here with the help of the Winston, and there goes Robo getting a triple with Spacefire. Secrets does a last-minute grab to try to stop it, but it's only going to pick up Space Fire. Now Tsunamis have the payload back, but are probably going to be challenged one more time before this ends.
They do have Rally. Dragons has been popped just to try and get a little extra stall time. Hopefully Luki realizes they need to pop this Rally. They do. We hear self-destruct, try to just get some zoning advantage here for the Tsunamis. Bongo goes down. Robo's just back there picking it off, not having any attention being put on them. Very close to Blade already. As Space Fire is coming close to Primal, they do lose this fight though, as many members of the Wolves have gone down.
Tsunamis look like they're going to take this final spot. Had a pretty good start there, but a little bit of fumbling in the second and third areas of Dorado really kind of costs them. They're only going to end with just 1 minute left, so pretty winnable for the Wolves if they have a good push.
Most definitely. I mean, finishing with time is one of the most important things that you can have in any sort of escort or hybrid map. However, there were some pretty big mistakes that needed to be cleaned up from predominantly what we saw on the side of the Tsunamis, which is that staggering, something that many players struggle to take care of, and engaging and making sure that your engages are together and not by yourselves, because when you engage alone, you're staggering yourself basically. And it did cost Echo Online their mech in order to sustain a fight. They had to give that up for their team in order to wait for one of their DPS to come in, the one who's supposed to be pushing the payload. Hopefully we don't see the same mistakes on defense. They are running a very similar comp yet again. The double bubble opportunity available, but again, going with the D.Va over the Zarya, which is a very weird choice.
30 seconds.
Wolves still haven't quite chosen what they want, still loading in the final choices. So they bring a Brig online. Paulo also going over to the Ana. Overall, yeah, kind of a mirror match between both. They're both going to have the same, and the only difference is Soup and Dark. One difference in the DPS is chosen, but overall, pretty similar comps. We'll see how it works out for the Wolves. Starting off here, Tsunamis have already taken the high ground. Wolf Building's going to collapse in on them, trying to do some damage with the Winston. Blank is going to win between the two Genjis there, buying some time for the Wolves and helping them to get control of the payload. D.Va's going to move into contest, jumps out of the way, up onto the high ground. Still have Blank trying to secure those rooftops. He is going to be able to do that, and Dark is also eliminated as a steady roll forward for the Wolves goes.
We did see Robo and Dark both engage onto that Widowmaker, but the counter engage from Blank definitely helped keep Soup alive. However, Soup is going to lose out on high ground control here if Echo Online chooses to engage on them, but Echo needs to get that opportunity to do it for their team and needs to communicate it to their team, because their DPS can't go in alone, but sending 2 DPS at a tank is going to make sure the front line gets eviscerated. So Echo has to be the one to challenge Soup here very soon, but they're going to give up the point. I think, nope, they're not.
One final fight before the first checkpoint, but if the Wolves win this, well, I said that's a big if now, as 2 of them are taken out, both of their supports, so no more healing. Law's going to be taken out of their mech, quickly falls afterwards, Secret also going. And now what looked like a big momentum advantage for the Wolves might not be playing out here.
Yeah, I think Robo has the same thing going on in their head that I do, which is, where is the Widowmaker? We did not hear them shoot. We did not see them die in that team fight, so they're hiding somewhere. They need to be careful at this point. If that Widow is in that back left area where there's a jump spot that you can get over by the Mega, that could be very unfortunate for the back line here for the Tsunamis.
I don't think he's going to find the Widow anytime soon, seeing as how the Widow is no longer there. Swapped over to the Reaper, which range-wise is probably the most opposite you can get of the Widow. So we're going to go for a little more of a close-range fight right now. Nano Boost, Nano Blade is going to go out for the Wolves. We'll see what it can do for them. Echo Online's going to throw out the self-destruct for some zoning and take out Secrets in the process, and Nano Blade does not pay off any dividends for them. Hail Mary is going to go out, not picking up anything with that self-destruct. It does take out Echo Online out of their mech, though, and Soup is fighting back by eliminating Dark. So I might have spoken too soon. With that rally, the Wolves now have new life.
They did counter rally though from the Tsunamis, and now we have Robo doing a Dragon Blade without the nano boost, but it could be just enough. They find Brigitte. We hear Primal Rage get popped, so they do go down between the Law and Brig. Robo is gonna go. We have Pulse Bomb get popped by Dark. It does lower D.Va's mech. They're not out of it yet. Winston though getting very low on this payload to Soup.
Soup is able to contest a little bit, but taking a whole lot of damage. Echo, excuse me, is going to be forced away there. Now Soup is going to try to make some space for him because we do see the Tracer up there. We're going to have Soup going after the Tracer, trying to get any sort of picks on this upper. Takes the Tracer up unaware, is going to force out the recall. Also runs into the Genji, is going to have to Wraith away. Now as they continue around the corner here, still no eliminations to speak of. A whole lot of damage being pushed onto Spacefire by the Law, and a good start for the Wolves yet again as they round the corner here. Just going to head back upstairs. He's going to have a defensive matrix and be forced back to ground level.
2 times in a row we've seen Soup go up to that high ground and have to use, one time they had to use Shadow Step immediately to get out of, Wraith to get out of the way after Shadow Stepping. So that's both cooldowns within like 3 seconds. Thankfully that second time they had Echo online go up, well not Echo, the Law go up there with them that time. But doing it right in your enemy's faces where there's an Ana that can sleep you just doesn't seem like a good idea.
We're going to have a lot of fighting on ground level right now instead of up top. And there goes Robo and Echo taking out Hollow, Secrets, and Control. Again, the supports are gone for the Wolves, so with no more healing, looks like it's just going to have to be a full reset here. It does look like they are able to regroup as a team. I was a little bit worried that one of them might cause a stagger.
It looks like Blank is doing the smart thing and hiding. No one's... Oh, I think Brig has spotted Blank over there, but they can't really catch up to them, and the rest of the team for the Wolves has already made their way there. As yeah, we could see that Tracer, unfortunately, yeah, saw it, couldn't do anything, had to back away.
Jump up to the upper floor to get right in their face. And take that is one of the quickest mowdowns I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't think I've seen a Winston get eviscerated that fast in a very long time. Holy cow.
It seemed like a good idea at the time, but it just didn't quite play out. There goes the rally for the Wolves, going to get them back that extra health. Now the other tank, Echo, is taking a bit of damage, but a little bit of healing is provided by that rally. There goes self-destruct thrown right out onto point and takes out 2. These last minute self-destructs are just getting way too much mileage.
I am with you. Stop going towards the light, please. It's never a good thing here in Overwatch. Echo gets their mech back. Dark does find Soup. I do believe the Wolves are going to be forced back, but they are... Aw, the Law. I'm so sorry. I am so very sorry. This isn't bullying. This isn't BM. This is strategy. You wait for the D.Va to nearly get their mech back before you kill them again to stagger them as long as possible. To anyone that is currently watching that knows that we do not condone BMing in any form of collegiate sports.
Right. Just gotta play the game right now, and the Wolves are gonna have to play quite an intense game right now. Is this their last chance to get the payload back? They are gonna have a whole lot of ultimates though, as the Nano Blade goes out and just tears right through the Tsunamis. That should be it, although Robo's able to finally take out Blank.
With a sliver of health left, mind you.
Sliver of health, but it still is an elimination. He picks up a small health pack, but it doesn't quite look like it's enough. However, the Wolves now are going to be faced with a greater time deficit than the Tsunamis had.
Yeah, it is impossible to get that payload to that third checkpoint with a minute and 3 seconds to spare, but at this point, you're just hoping to get it there. I mean, if you get it there with no time left, you still get a minute, so 3 second differential, not that big of a deal. At this point, that is what your goal is. Don't try to stress yourself out and actually get it with time left. Just try to get it in.
Law hit with the sleep dart there. He's going to head back. Echo taken out of their mech. Quickly taken out after that.
Oh my gosh!
Now we see the Wolves with a lot of life in them. Echo Online and Spacefire both fall. Luki and Robo soon afterwards. Alakath might be the last one, and Dark bites the dust. One after the other, the Tsunamis fall.
Oh, Soup is going. Yeah, they're going up to the high ground. They have the Deadeye online. The only person that can really stop it is Ana and D.Va as far as the side of the Tsunamis go. So if D.Va doesn't have Fly and doesn't have Defense Matrix, Genji no deflect, we could see this be huge. Another bomb, picks up no one. Spacefire does go down though before it.
Nice stun there onto Robo. Another Genji Blade goes out from Blank, just clearing the space around the payload. They're going to run out of time here, but like you said, still get a minute if they get the final spot. Deadeye right on point, eliminating Echo. Now Robo's just doing all he can to try to stall it out. This time, though, that's going to be it. And the other team gets a minute, too, though, so it's actually a 1 minute 3
differential. Because it does
differential.
stack on. I completely blanked about that. But, you know, when you're faced with a minute and, what was it, 23 seconds after entering into point 3, you really just want to finish at all at that point. So they got it to the end. You can hold out for 2 minutes on point 1 on Dorado. They just can't do what they did on the first round.
Now we head into overtime here. Wolves are going to be the first ones to push with just the 1 minute that they have.
And we have seen esports tower teams do phenomenal things with 1 minute on the clock, okay? Let me just be very clear on that. But Law, I would really like it if you would go Zarya for this one, in all honesty.
Doesn't quite look like it. We
I know.
also see Soup isn't going with the Widowmaker this time.
I think that's a smart choice considering we never saw Spacefire swap off the Winston even when the Reaper was brought out.
Oh, something. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, never mind.
You got my hopes up for a moment.
I know.
They got my hopes up for a moment.
They did. They almost brought out the Hog and Orisa.
And Soup, Law, if either one of you DM me on Discord to talk about this later, I will 100% ask why there was no Zarya. I promise you that much.
5, 4, 3, 2.
It's one of those games you can't argue that you didn't buy the hero yet.
Yes!
You don't have that excuse if you're playing Overwatch there. Alrighty, as we head in with the Wolves in their last 1 minute push. Gonna drop a whole bunch of damage coming down there from the Tsunamis right onto point, but Spacefire taking a lot of damage in the process. The Law also gets hit with an anti. Both of them are gonna be about half health, but Spacefire heals back up and manages to still contest a lot of damage. They're gonna force the Echo off of the rooftops. Robo in a bit of trouble right now. Blank is gonna eliminate Dark. Echo also going very low on health, taken out of their mech. And for so far, this is a good first push by the Wolves.
High ground control is currently only being dominated by Blank. They need some more follow-up, but getting through this choke point is quintessential for making sure they can continue on this point. Winston's going to dive in. They have the follow from D.Va. Lucky's going to go down. Robo goes down. Alicap goes down as well. Echo Online does get their mech back, but I don't know how long they're going to survive. It looks like Dark is also back as well.
Well, you said it, Nerdies. We've seen some extraordinary things be done with just 1 minute. They've already gotten 1 point, and they could go forward even more here if they play good. Soup already has that Death Blossom available. He's going to eliminate Spacefire, too. Tsunami's going to be going into this with a one-person disadvantage.
Ooh, Soup!
Wow, putting that Jason to work, and the D.Va also doesn't realize they're there. I think he might be able to get another flank here to the north. This Echo, and just look at that. Soup is unstoppable.
You cannot ignore someone who is behind you with zero pressure on them. They're getting freelo from you at that point. Someone had to have called that Soup was there. You got away with that for far too long and did not get punished, my friend. Hats off to you.
Soup is going to wraith up to the top here. Going to get a little bit of reprieve right now. Just going to fire a few shots out for the healing. Has healed back up. There goes Primal Rage, trying to just push them off the payload at this point. Use the Death Blossom, but quickly gets taken out. Remac also onto Soup is what's going to finally do it for him. Still a really good push for the Wolves, considering they had just 1 minute. Primal Fury now bought out by the Law to try to buy some time while the teammates respawn. I don't know if it's going to be enough time bought, though. He is still surviving, though. I mean, look at that. He takes out Robo as well.
Rally was popped just before the Primal Rage ended. D.Va made it in to buy some time. Blank's going to come in with Genji Blade, gets stunned immediately. and Anti. Soup's going to go down. Blank will follow. Control has swapped to Moira to try and make it there. Secrets has been demeched. I don't think Control will make it there. They will not. It's going to be end of the round. They almost made it to point 2 in a minute. That's absolutely amazing. Nicely done to the Wolves. They just have to hold for 2 minutes here on defense. I really liked the comp that they were running initially. I really like to have a spam comp here if the dive's going to be what's happening, but they really need to learn how to play keep away, so to speak, and just run the heck away from the Wolves when they counter engage on that high ground.
The Wolves have been working on understanding the fundamentals of comps, how and why to play dive or brawl on certain maps and in certain situations. Apparently they still haven't gotten the message, though, to play Zarya when the situation demands it.
I will not lie. Double bubble, if you do not understand the core mechanics, is not the best idea to go with. I mean, we've seen our own Bronco struggle with it before, especially on Dorado. Getting your supports to the high ground is an absolute must, and it's very scary to station a Tracer on payload by themselves to push, but the amount of value that you can get from that comp is absolutely incredible. However, we're not seeing a Zarya, we're not seeing a Winston. We are seeing a D.Va Reinhardt coming out from both sides. We have Dark going with the Torbjorn, Robo choosing to go with the Cassidy, and we're going to have Soup and Blank coming in on that Mei Reaper comp for the Wolves. Expecting some pseudo wall and maul. Never mind, they're going with the close hold strategy here inside red building. Interesting to see how that works out, considering the only thing they really have is they'll have Immar, wall, and shield, but they have to time these abilities perfectly here.
Gonna get caught right in this doorway here. Can't get out because of the Mei wall.
They cannot back away from the door, though. That's the issue, is that in order to get stalled, you have to be at that doorway exactly. We do see the Immor's up. Anti gets dropped, and unfortunately, though, because the Anti did not get, the Immor did not get removed, the Anti didn't do anything, and now they're going to be able to push forward, probably get this checkpoint, well, not get this checkpoint, but get under Archway easily. At this point, I really would hope that we see either Apollo or Control swap over to that Lucio to give them that extra speed. Blank having stayed on the Mei could have worked out fine, too. They could have just gone wall and maul and utilize, well, it's just brawl, and utilize the Mei walls with the Lucio speed. Instead, we're going to get a Shadow that gets whiffed, but they're still going to gain space.
Apollo using the nano boost here. Gonna throw it out onto the Rhine and the Shatter. That's a beaut.
Yes, unfortunately, Spacefire, they whiffed their Shatter, and I think their life flashed before their eyes when they whiffed it. Because they went down, and so did their teammate that was very close to them. Wolves have regained a foothold here. We are in one fight territory. The only person that's going to have an ultimate immediately for the Tsunamis will be Robo, but Baptiste can get theirs very quick. Lucky and Dark both can as well. D.Va and our Baptiste for the Wolves will have to...
Speaking of the D.Va, what happened to Echo?
I believe they were demeched. That's why they jumped off the map. You would have seen both the mech and D.Va die if she was in mech. So Echo Online was trying to do a fast reset. However, Dark, Molten Core. Can I see a Molten Core here very soon?
They're just 4 away from it. There gets the Molten Core. Ryan has his shield up.
There we go.
There we go. It's going to be met with a self-destruct.
No,
he gets trapped in.
Oh, you got safe. You better give your Reinhardt a medal there, Dark.
Look at Blank here, waiting until the moment to take out Spacefire, then moves out. In force, the Wolves wipe out the Tsunamis. That's going to be the end of their push. Wolves win that one, go up 1-0.
Yeah, Dark, you better give your Reinhardt a medal for that one, because I really thought that they were going to leave you for dead.
Yeah, well, very, very surprising end there. Great job by the Wolves on rallying back there despite having the time disadvantage in overtime. So good job to them. They are at match point as we are at best of 3, I believe. So they can win this and then move on to the grand finals where they will be waiting to go up against, I'm just looking, the Cyclones, in the grand finals. In fact, we can just pull up the bracket I was just looking at right here because we have a camera right on that. I don't even have to look. I've got technology that can do the looking for me. So.
Unless it's broken.
Yeah, of course. There we go. Yeah, of course. I talk about the camera pointing at the bracket and they take nerdy instead, but you know what? Never mind. Okay, so you can see Tsunamis versus the Wolves have made it. The Wolves were in the last semifinals against the Cyclones, so If they make it back, might be an opportunity for a bit of payback right there. We
It'll be
see
quite
Alan
interesting.
saying, don't blame me there. No, we'll heap all the blame onto you right now.
No, I get it. I have a very beautiful and attractive face. I'm totally joking that the camera can't stop looking at.
He's going to hold it on the bracket now for just a few seconds longer.
Keep it on the bracket, and then anytime we talk, just send it back to the bracket.
I'd be surprised if we don't even see. I was about to say, we're not even going to see our faces anymore. We're just going to go right into the match. Great job there. No surprise. Second round, Kings Row. Now we see the Zarya be brought out there by the Tsunamis for a Ryan Zarya this time.
Once again, this is like the case of you are running seasons old metas. I mean, yes, Zarya Reinhardt used to be the wombo combo. It can be, but you're running the Mei here. You just go with the D.Va, prevent any sort of antis, any sort of stuns from running on your Reinhardt. And, you know, play the D.Va. Why does everyone hate the Ryan D.Va combo? But the Wolves, they're going with it. They don't have the wall and wall comp. Instead, they've got Junkrat and Cassidy, but it can work, and the wall goes up, doesn't trap anybody, and now it's time to engage.
Soup starts that engage by eliminating Robo. Echo taking a lot of damage. There goes Dark. It takes a bit of chip damage, but manages to heal back up. Right now, the Tsunamis are taking this huge route. That's a precision flame strike right there. Able to take out Luki.
And you gotta keep in mind, they already had lost their Cassidy, so they're down 2 at this point, down 3. And down 4, now it's just Zarya, who is decently charged. You gotta take care of them. Yeah, they're pretty high charged. So it's time to go take care of Echo online. Nope, they're just gonna retreat and make it out alive. They're only at 50% ult, just about the same amount as Apollo right now. So that's okay. We'll have to see who ends up winning the day, though, so to speak here, because Apollo can eat the Graviton Surge, but Lucio can beat it as well. And if Lucio's focusing more on healing here during these engages after speeding in, that is the key secret to getting that beat up in time and getting it in a fight and a half as opposed to taking 2 and 3 fights to get it, is moderating your use of speed in comparison to healing.
Secret's another great flame strike, eliminating Dark. That's a 2 shatters go out back to back, as well as a Riptire out from Blank.
Okay, Soup, that was overkill, but it's okay. I forgive you.
Soup has actually had a very important role in the Wolves, if I'm not mistaken. Has been kind of a great mentor to new players, so it's really been helping the Wolves just become better as a team.
Good job, Soup. I'm proud of you, my friend. Alright, there goes the Graviton Surge. Unfortunately, Control will not have their beat up in time. They are going to use the Immortality, and because there's not enough damage coming out that could break through shields, Ryan does survive. Self-destruct's going to get overthrown with a hockey puck play there from Apollo. And Robo does take out Pilot. Mei ult gets dropped. There is not going to be... Lucio B is literally at 99. He's trying so hard and unfortunately gets taken out by Dark. Point flips. And the Wolves, unfortunately, will have to be sent to the far spawn. Apollo did try to make it out of there in time, but instead they might be picked off. Go to the high ground, Apollo. Just go to the high ground and get out, please. You don't need to stay on the low ground. They can't get up to the high ground as easily from the other side. Just go. Spacefire is hungry for your mechanical blood.
Well, the team is going to respawn just soon enough to bail Apollo out there.
Hello.
They have another shatter brought out by Spacefire.
Ooh, Space, are you going for it? Are you going for the sneaky shatter? That is dirty.
Oh, but Blank spots him, though.
Proud of you, Blank. Good job. That is both bubbles expunged, but a huge shatter is going to pick up 3. Secrets goes down. We hear Deadeye get popped. It's going to find Alakath. And Spacefire does go down, unfortunately, as well. Tsunamis are getting sent back to the spawn very fast.
Yeah, Wolves haven't been doing too bad here on defense. We're able to hold the first point for a little over 2 minutes. Now going to take at least one team fight away from the Tsunamis here. We move forward, though. Tsunamis are going to have a little bit in their arsenal to fight here. Going to have the Amp Matrix. Okay, they're going to have nothing left, okay, because Robo gets taken out.
It's time for a reset. It's very strange, but you got 2 minutes on the clock. Over 2 minutes. Take a different pathing here. Instead of trying to force your way through this corridor, go out the right side spawn door and go to the high ground and drop through that window. Or even better, go all the way through the high ground and come around right behind them. I know it takes a little bit more time, but I promise you the extra pathing is worth it. You don't do damage. Well, you don't get damage on you. They can't really ult you, and they can't get ults off of you.
These guys are taking a whole lot of damage, taken out in the tire. Long wait for the tire, but it is able to take out Lucio, and a whole bunch of space the Wolves are making for themselves there. They're pushing up quite far.
It's perfectly fine to continue to hold that archway. It's something that has been discussed quite a bit with Soup as well as the Law from the Wolves, and they're taking advantage of it. It's great to see them doing that. Now high ground control has been flipped in favor of the Wolves. They've decided to go up there and basically prevent it from happening. That's okay.
And I just gotten the word here, this is in fact best of 5, excuse me. So, not best of 3.
Oh! Okay, Control, my heart goes out to you. I understand that you saw your team was down, but 3 ults got dropped. You could have just saved V. It's a hard decision to make as a fellow Lucio player when you see your team have a tank ult thrown onto them. A lot of people will yell at the Lucio player for not beating, but they say, hey, they shattered, they grabbed, and they did something else. It's okay to re-engage and beat. But you see Maywall go up, and both amplification matrix go up, and a Deadeye.
Deadeye isn't really going to get anything there, more as a zoning tool right now for the Tsunamis. In just 1 minute, they've kind of turned this around. And you can get to the checkpoint. Apollo's going to jump on top of the payload. Soup up on the high ground, trying to get sneaky Deadeye as well. Is going to take out Robo because of it, but it's not enough to stop the overall push.
Unfortunately. And we do have a Shatter that's going to just stagger out our poor Reinhardt secrets here. The Immortality was thrown just a little bit too late and too far forward. This is a run it back and wait for your Reinhardt moment. Let's see if the Wolves can pick up the pieces here and reclaim this payload. They are being very bold to push up without their Rein, especially Soup, who's already at half health and not lost, but they do pick up the Lucio.
Going to be waiting for another tire here. And Blank has been really stealthy with these tires here, just waiting for the right moment until he knows he can get someone with it. Robo standing outside of that Immor field, going to be punished for it. Now Apollo also getting a pick there onto Dark. Going to be holding the Tsunamis back with just under 1.5 minutes left.
Tsunamis are going to be coming back in with both support ults as well as that Zarya grab and Mei ultimate. So if Mei's ult lands, there's going to be nothing that Lucio can do about it. Apollo, though, if they get self-destruct up, can counter bomb when that ult goes out, but they really got to get these last. There it is. Apollo has it, but they're going to throw it early as opposed to waiting for the Mei ult, and it works out in their favor.
Beautiful self-destruct by Apollo. That is going to be a full team wipe there. Push that ace button there and give the Wolves some recognition for that. That's a great defense by them. There we go. Thank you very much.
Next fight, though, we have Spacefire with Shatter. Secrets also has theirs. Both gonna have to be going for the face Shatter strategy here. The initial Shatter goes off, does not get anybody. Grab and beat from the Tsunamis. We did see that Apollo did eat Dark's ultimate, so there was one of the 2 major ultimates taken care of, but unfortunately, the Lucio beat could not save everybody, as we do also lose control. Pun intended.
Soup is just waiting for this Deadeye here.
Do the thing, Soup! Hit the button!
I managed to pick up Robo, but it's not enough!
That's okay, 8.1 seconds on the clock.
That's still good.
Yeah, could have been a lot worse. Granted, of course, you always want them down at 0, but, you know, it's okay. Sometimes the flank casting play is not the way to go.
Here we take a look back here at this initial offense there. The Wolves really exceeded my expectations there. They held this first point for 2 minutes, and then they were able to drain more than half the time away from the Tsunamis. Almost kept them from getting 3 points entirely.
And definitely at that archway, the Tsunamis dropped so many ultimates to break through that area. I will repeat myself over and over again. Just go to the high ground. Take a different path. And you don't need to all go through one part of the map. There is a lot of different locations for a reason. I know I'm probably sounding like Natter, but that's totally fine. It happens.
All right, now the Wolves get their opportunity to push forward here.
Attackers incoming in 30
Soup is back on that Widowmaker, wondering if they're doing it just to get some info, maybe get an initial pick here, and then swap off, or if they're going to intend on sticking with the Widow for the high ground control. I mean, as far as high ground control goes, they'll just have to be dealing with Robo on that Doomfist predominantly, so it could be okay.
See if Soup also can do a little bit better job here on the Widow than he did on Dorado.
Shots fired.
3, 2, 1.
But of course, the best way to answer shots being fired at you is to fire back and get a pick. I'm almost managed to land one on the Doomfist there. There you go. See?
Hey!
The challenge is given and you rise up to the challenge. Great job, Soup.
Toopies. Okay, I'll take it. And you take out the Inmore. That's good. 8 seconds till grapple, though, so you're going to be kind of in a rough spot for a little bit. That's okay. Your team should be able to hold back everyone. But this is a bold move. That was a bold move.
Okay, nope. Can't quite get the Lucio there. That's the definition of a moving target. He's going to throw up the wall. Gets mowed down pretty fast there. They were able to, they were able to trap secrets.
As any other person who's played Widowmaker could tell you, it's typically whiff, whiff. Oh, that's a headshot. I got one. Whiff, whiff, whiff. There's another one. Whiff. And Baptiste did just wave at our Widowmaker, and Widow waved back. Dark does pick them off with a headshot from the ground level, which is unfortunate.
We see this Doomfist going to be charging in here. Still as a DPS for now in this Rumble. Huge shatter onto the Wolves. Look at that by the Tsunamis. They're just going to charge in after that and take the team out one at a time. This Zarya is charged up and out for blood. And the Wolves fall.
All right, so we have Soup swapping over to the Cassidy, recognizing that Robo is going to be a pain to deal with. Wolves, though, you're facing a literal wall and ball comp, a very powerful brawl comp, but they backed off of the choke point, which is actually kind of the win con there, so that just made this a heck of a lot easier to maintain control. We hear a lot of wolves get popped. Paulo's gonna find one, Robo finds one, Secret's found another, Tired didn't get anybody.
Instead, he's gonna get Meteor Striked while he was standing still. Robo's doing a great job on the Doomfist here. But the Wolves, overall, in terms of the objective, doing a better job. They're going to get their pushback. That D.Va's...
Not Lost is looking for Apollo to try and help them out.
Yeah.
I think Apollo
where's
just grab a health pack.
Yeah. Should be a health pack around.
There's literally... Okay, yeah, Apollo... They just... Okay, they grabbed it. Okay. I really thought they walked through there and left it, and I was just going to be like...
Support's got me.
No. Oh, Ryan's low. We hear grab. There's a beat as well. Both coming from the Tsunamis on top of the grab. And it will actually allow them to take out 2 of the Wolves' members. However, the re-engage here is going to be very powerful, considering Control will have that Lucio be online, and it will be able to counter Dark's ultimate if Apollo can't take it themselves again.
Yeah, Apollo should not have remexed there.
Apollo. Make them kill you or go jump off the map. There's a hole over there where the Zarya is actually looking. What? Robo and Allocast, you two are disgraced. No good noodle stars for either of you.
Oh my goodness.
I cannot believe y'all tried to troll the D.Va that hard.
Because the D.Va rematch, I was just in the boat that the D.Va should have been inting there and just reset, and no, okay.
I mean,
the
Apollo,
Tsunamis,
you got lucky.
Yeah, you got lucky. The Tsunamis played with their food a little too much here. Just gonna wait for Dark. There you go. Okay, wasn't expecting that, but you know what?
Yeah, I mean, by the sounds of pure disbelief that just came from the deck. Oh boy, please don't do that again. I think they've learned their lesson.
It's happened. It happened once. Now just don't try it again. All right, just checking the top angles here. Let's see. I don't see anyone taking any flank routes right now.
Self-destruct and Dragons are going to be online here very soon for the Wolves. Whereas we're only going to have Shatter beat Oh, the Shatter gets dropped first from the Tsunamis, picks up 3. Scratch that, 4 go down. Now they've got Beat and Grav coming up, and unfortunately Control is not very close to their ultimate, so we're going to need to either have D.Va eat it, or D.Va eat it.
Yeah, no eating right now. Instead, those dragons are going to help zone off some space for the Wolves to get round back.
Oh!
Shatter used and is going to get a lot of the Tsunamis. They're holding on to the self-destruct, though. Apollo's still not using it quite yet.
Echo Online just had their ultimate eaten. I'm so sorry. That was absolutely amazing. Apollo read Echo Online like a book.
Nice job. And now is going to have this, still has this self-destruct available to keep the Tsunamis at bay.
I mean, at this point, you just drop it on the payload and wait to see what happens. I mean, they can put up Immortality, but it can't do too much if it's directly on the payload. But Soup's going to pick up 2 with their ultimate. We hear Amp go up, Beat get dropped, Mail get dropped, the counter Beat as well to try and sustain through Mail. Secrets goes down, but we might be able to re-engage here if we get the Zarya. They do, but they're hurting quite a bit.
Managed to get it almost there. Blank. Wow, taken out by Robo there. I mean, hey, Doomfist is Doomfist.
Yeah. If you ain't ready to deal with the Doomfist, I wish you luck. We now have Blank swapping it over to the Junkrat saying, okay, I'm done with you fools. As Amplification Matrix at corner gets dropped, Shatter goes down. Deadeye gets popped, doesn't pick up anyone, but did do a decent amount of damage. The Space Fire is unfortunately going to go down for the Tsunamis as a result. Apollo hurting in their mech right now with just under, I believe, 10% health.
Not lost, doing some work with the BAP, getting a double there. He's going to be healing the team up. Going to be moving in again here. Takes out the Immortality field. There goes the Graviton Surge. Not going to be blocked by the D.Va this time, as well as the Meteor Strike in the combo. Well, it's a great combo if someone's caught in it, is the thing.
Yeah, Space Jam came a little bit too late there, Robo. You got to kind of pop it before or right as the ult is dropped from the Zarya. Just saying. Because you have a lot of moving space. Zarya doesn't. So if you pop, you know, Meteor Strike and then Echo Pop Grab, it's not that big of a deal.
Meanwhile, so much time has passed that the ultimates now come online for the Wolves. They're going to use the Shatter. Almost have the Deadeye, but Soup gets taken out by Echo. What a play. Well, it's going to have to be one heck of a turnaround here for the Wolves. They've got one fight left, and they got to win it.
They learned their lesson this time and chose to annihilate Apollo before they could get their mech back. Nicely done, but it looks like we're probably going to be tied on the clock as far as time goes. Maybe one gets 8 more seconds than the other if the Wolves cap with no time left, but we'll have to see.
They start out with the Amp Matrix and the Deadeye, also going to be bringing that Riptire. Where do you look is the question.
A 3-piece for Blank, absolutely incredible. Soup does go down to Robo, who was on the flank though, but Robo goes down to Blank shortly thereafter. There's the D.Va Bomb on the cart and the beat.
And an ace as well. Great way to end that. Well, you know, I do like that. You know, the Deadeye and the Riptire, you basically make it where they have to look at one or the other, and if they look at one, the other's going to get them.
Yeah, and with the Deadeye, I mean, like, it takes out a shield, it's going to take out any immortalities, it's going to take out the bubbles, and then, or it's going to be the other way around. Blank's Tire is going to take out all those abilities, and then Deadeye can take care of the rest. So someone was going to pop off during that. It's just, you know, sometimes drop 3 ults out at once, a little risky, but I mean, it was kind of the last second to do it, so it worked.
So the Wolves in a similar situation that they were on Dorado before, claiming the final point with no time left on the clock, so they're going to be given the minimum 1 minute, and we've seen the Wolves can do a lot with just 1 minute in overtime, so can they do it again?
I have faith in their capabilities. I'm not being biased at all.
Well, let's take a look here as we get moving forward, and what these teams are thinking of right now. Got a Ryan Diva composition still by the Wolves and still the Ryan Zarya by the Tsunamis. We were talking about this.
It didn't work out last time. I mean, this time they're on defense. So if the Mei actually get, and I'm sorry, Dark, I'm going to pick on you a little bit here. You need to use those walls in order to either A, get your Ryan out of danger because they're taking too much damage, or B, wall someone off. Not to just wall. I think that first wall that you made when you were defending last time, or on attack last time, was an intent to wall someone off. But here, that was just to buy extra time, and it gets eviscerated so fast, it doesn't do anything. Instead, you've just wasted a cooldown.
Yeah, just as the composition that's a little off with the Tsunamis, but the Tsunamis roster is a combination of theirs and the Landslides, so some of the players that are playing right now are working in their off roles.
That explains it. I'm pretty sure Echo Online's typically a DPS, not a tank player.
But all things evening out, they're going to make a little bit of space for the Wolves, just try to lure them in.
I mean, Mei unfortunately did just go down for the Tsunamis, and that was kind of one of their big defensive abilities there, was that wall to buy extra time and to protect from damage. We have Amp go up, well, Amplification Matrix. Tire Soup was on Widow, goes down, but Blank gets
tires. Oh, they have been insane. And look at that baby Diva skill there, taking out the BAP. Doc would be proud.
Yes, Doc would be very proud of you, Apollo. Go ahead and clip that and send it his way on Twitter. I was very... Soup has gone to the Tracer now. Probably got to swap off again. Soup, just go to Cassidy, please. I'm begging you.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, Apollo had no choice there. There's one option to go back to spawn, swap off Diva, and swap back, but you know, you lose 50% of your ultimate charge at that point. So Pilot Diva, when you can get that charge so fast, no big deal. Hopefully, though, Space is ready to block a shatter here from Secrets, or vice versa, as Amp goes up from Not Lost.
Meteor Strike is going to be brought out by Robo, trying to end this push right now, but Diva's just going to stand right in his way here. Still need someone to stand on the payload. Always a bit risky when you're in these overtime situations. No one can leave it.
Well, at least no one can get Sigma 9 on this payload because no one has gone Sigma. Spacefire is now rushing back. They still have Shatter. Mei and Baptiste coming close to their ults. Echo Online also very close to their own.
Spacefire. Oh, was he waiting there? Or?
I think, yeah, he was waiting for a teammate to call it the status of the fight. Bomb gets dropped, finds
I'll tell you the
Alcaz.
status of the fight. We're losing right now.
Bap is one, and Apollo is hungry for it. All 3 CC ults. That Shatter, Mail, and Grab finally close out the fight there for the Tsunamis to push the Wolves off that payload.
But still, a lot of space gotten by the Wolves there. And last time they were on defense here on Kings Row earlier this round, they held the Tsunamis for 2 minutes before they got the first point. So very doable here.
Yeah, I'm shocked that Lucky survived as long as they did. They have a sliver of health here throughout this entire final fight. They do finally go down, but not until the fight is basically over. I mean, you drop 3 CC ults, there's really no response.
Ready for battle.
No major changes up in the composition, it looks like. Everyone's just going to run it back.
Tsunami is on offense, going with the Mei composition again. Blank, I swear, is like Bonesaw Jr. I promise it's supposed to be a compliment, Blank, and if you don't think it is, go ahead and like roast me on Twitter for it.
I love you talk with so many of these players like they're your siblings.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
All right, here we go. Tsunamis are going to have their last chance here to even this up, at least drive it to a game 4. But if Wolves win this, they will go on to get match point here in this best of 5. But Blank starting things off right by eliminating Robo. Soup and Secrets follow it up.
I really don't know how Blank got Robo so fast. It's like he oh, I think, unfortunately, Robo, Blank plays just as much Doomfist parkour and knows the Doomfist rollout, so he set a trap for you.
Ah, that explains it.
It's always very painful. But oh my gosh, Blank 91% on that tire already.
That is insane right now how fast he's charging it. Secrets also has the Shatter online as well.
We hear Ant Matrix get dropped. Soup finds Baptiste. Shatter goes down. Alakath goes down. Space Fire. And just for good measure, we're going to pop the tire.
10 seconds.
I mean, he can hold on to it for basically almost the whole round here.
Yeah, you just literally wait and detonate it, and the only person that can touch the Lucio gets destroyed. Oh, never mind, I was wrong. There was one other person who could touch, and that was Robo, who swapped to Junkrat. Oh, that's painful.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to outshine Blank here. This round is over, and the Wolves win their second round here. Moving on to match point. Still just the final few desperate taps by the Tsunamis, but there you go. I didn't caster curse them. The Wolves win that and move on to match point.
But definitely want to point out here that it's not like these have been easy wins. They've been both in overtime, so
Sure.
very equally matched teams. I really just feel like it is coming down to hero comfort and composition comfort. Just the understanding what the current meta is and what the stronger meta is really important.
Sure.
And a diva that can face down a Zarya and eat the ultimate from the Zar, absolutely incredible. And I do think that was what ultimately won out the Wolves there on King's Row.
Well, now we move on to the final map, or what the Wolves are hoping the final map, I should say, which is going to be Control. Last chance, though, for the Tsunamis they'd have to pull off a reverse sweep now on, and what do you think we're going to be seeing in Control?
It's definitely not going to be Lijiang Tower. That I know. I would like to see Nepal.
Okay, yeah.
I would like to see that, but I know I never get my wishes granted when I'm actually on desk. So
Okay.
what's left after that?
Let's see. What's left after that?
I think it's literally just Ilios.
Yeah, it's just Ilios.
So Ilios,
Maybe.
there's our guess.
And no, we're all going to be
wait,
wrong
I'm
and just
stupid.
do
It's
Oasis.
Oasis.
So literally
One.
we listed every other
Capture
stage
the
except for
objective.
this one, which is basically how it had to turn out.
This is great. I've played this game for over half a decade.
You know, it always is interesting. You know, it's not you. There have been many casters up here. You know, Oasis is just a map everyone forgets exists. You know, just.
All
I mean, we
right.
should remember this one. This was the map where they ran right into the self-destruct. Remember?
Oh yes, yes, I absolutely do remember that. You're right.
Well, the Wolves are going to waste no time taking the first point here.
Very interesting for choice for the Wolves, actually. They're running like a pseudo full dive comp here. There's slight differences between dive and full dive, and the full dive comes in the form that we have a Moira and a Lucio here, but typically, as opposed to having the Reaper and Tracer, you have a Sombra taking over the role that Apollo is currently filling in. Very interesting also is that Apollo has swapped back to DPS, and we have the law back in on tank.
We move in here. Tsunamis are going to take this upper route here, move in, throw out the pulse bomb, and it doesn't do anything.
I mean, you got one.
You got one, but you know what? I think I just have to use the polite term here, the term we used yesterday in the Valorant Rumble, and just say that play had potential.
I appreciate you guys so much.
Well, here we go. Robo has this Genji blade here. Has to use it without. There's not Nana on the team, so has to just use it on its base strength. We'll see how he does with it. Right now, Dark is able to eliminate secrets, but the death blocks him right back in the face of Robo. Oh boy. It's just one of those rounds, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, and now we have Robo swapping over to the Mei. We are in one-ish half-fight territory.
Oh, Baby Diva battle.
Yes!
And the
Oh.
Law wins it.
Good job. Good job, the Law. But Lucky does clean that one up. Also, very important to understand that we are low on time, and we have swapped to an even slower hero. Alakath has the raid boss mode, the most powerful ultimate in the game, Rally. Lucky needed to swap to Lucio to give their team a little bit more extra time to get to this point. We do hear Shatter. It's going to pick up control. Doesn't finish him off, though. Not Lost. Going to go down. Lob pops that ultimate. Finds Dark right now. And on the remake, gets Echo online.
Well, there you go. That's going to end the push for the Tsunamis. One final Flame Strike, though, to keep things interesting. Spacefire with a triple, actually. Might just single-handedly keep this point. He is going ham right now with the help of the Baptiste on this point. He's going to take the Law out of their mech. And a clutch Rhine play keeps the Tsunamis alive.
And I also like to point out that I'm not crazy when I say go Lucio Brig. It's an extremely powerful support comp, as is Zen Brigitte. You just have to know how to run it. And if you don't, I get it. You guys won that one, but now you have to hold these next fights like it's your firstborn child. Like, you cannot lose.
We're gonna see how well it happens. Look at Dark. Tries to go up, has to Wraith away. Needs to be bailed out by the Coalescence. That wall's gonna be thrown right out onto it, putting a damper on that. Soup has to use the Pulse Bomb, but it's only going to take out the Immorph field. Wow.
Oh! Well, there's one way to hold it. That's great.
Yep.
It did take 2 ultimates, though, so that's what you got to think about.
Yeah, they have used everything.
Yeah, they'll have Robo ult. Alicat's going to be very close to their ult. Lucky will have their ult as well. If Lucky pops that one pretty early from the high ground or perhaps here in the mid-control area around that center tower, we could see it possibly help Robo get that Mei ult or Dark get closer to their ultimate. Or even Spacefire just get a massive Fire Strike and take out multiple.
Ooh, that's pretty early to use that Death Blossom, but now he goes after Robo, takes him out. Moving on to the point, Soup takes out Lucky. The Law also eliminating Dark. One final rally, but there's no team around to put it onto. Just has to use it to try to keep the round going, and it looks like it's going to be it. This is going to get one tap with the Tracer. It goes, no, with the Rhine, it goes into overtime now. Now this is just Cryo Froze right on the point, throws out the Blizzard as well, and it's all for naught.
So unfortunately, the mistake that the Tsunamis made there on that last engage was they let the Wolves pick the fight location when the Tsunamis needed to be the ones doing that. When you're on defense, you need to take like Doc's keys, take fights in unexpected places. Capitalize on the fact that you get more info being in the defensive spot. Figure out where they're wanting to go. Don't let them go there. Take the fight sooner and force them into a location they don't want to have that fight happening in, instead of letting them walk into you.
And here we saw, this was a great wall, though, because they were going to use this Coalescence to just push right onto point, but the wall just completely shut that play down.
And then the follow-up, Shatter, self-destruct.
But it was everything the Tsunamis had. So I do have a note here on my script from the coaches to say that Sweatpants is the lifeblood of the Tsunamis roster, but I do not see someone named Sweatpants on there, so...
I assume that's actually Spacefire.
Okay. Okay, they say he leads the comps and keeps the team in a good spot. So, Spacefire, if you also are known as Sweatpants, that's great. Otherwise, they just literally meant sweatpants. Like, maybe that's the team uniform. It's the lifeblood of the Tsunamis.
Keeps their heads cool and in a good spot at all times, making sure the comfort is on point.
So we do lose Spacefire very early here on this engage. Secrets is going to go down as well. So both teams traded equally. Apollo goes down. Control sends Lucky on a vacation. Law sends another one to a vacation as well. Alicat's going to send the Law on a trip. There's a lot of environmentals, but points getting locked down right now, and there's 4 Tsunamis to 1 Wolf, and that lone Wolf was Soup, who went down to Echo online.
Dark and Echo already halfway to their ultimates. Now they move forward toward the point here. Secrets trying to put some damage here onto this Rhine, who goes down below half health. Now gets taken out by Soup.
Oh.
Self-destruct out by Echo. They run away and they're able to dodge it.
And Soup actually picked up Lucky in that time as well with a Pulse Bomb. Wall goes up, unfortunately blocking out Echo online from getting to the point, getting an LOS of their teammates fast enough, so that could have been their own undoing. Beat's going to get pops to sustain on point, but doing that when you have your tank out of mech And 2 left. Might not have been the best idea. Could have saved it for a re-engage. You're only at 50% anyway, but they managed to live a little bit longer.
Solo! Right on to secrets. But now, yeah, you got the other team that's out for revenge here.
And Spacefire is at roughly 50 health. They go down to the soup. We've got 3 ults for the Tsunamis coming online, but at this point,
I mean, it's a good stall
genuinely-
nonetheless. That Shatter did buy them more time.
yeah, and so did the beat, but I don't know if that 10% was worth it. We'll have to see how this works out. If the Wolves end up winning, I'm really going to blame it on dropping three ults on a lost fight.
We're going to have to see if the fight truly is lost right now. Oh!
What
Wow!
soup do you
And all
eat,
of a
my friend?
sudden, an ace!
That was beautiful. Okay, still 3 ultimates online for the Tsunamis. One of them you can make some space with. The other one you can also make some space with. One of them is going to be either countered by the Law or countered by Control. We'll have to wait and see. In one of 3 forms. Or even Apollo could technically counter it if they Wraith out and Death Blossom. Oh, there's one of the I can make space ults. And picks up 1.
Not Apollo's still fighting there with that Moira. Should be able to stall this out for a good amount of time with that Coalescence and Beat just buying more time for the Wolves. They throw out the Blizzard Coalescence, taking out Spacefire. Overall, yeah, it looks like they did buy enough time for a full recontest here by the Wolves, and that Primal Rage is going to help them get the point back.
So both the I can make space ults were immediately countered and responded to, which is a beautiful way of coining ultimates there from the Wolves. Not lost though, could use a top off from their Lucio. Hopefully their Lucio realizes that and comes over and gives them some love. I think they are, but the Shatter's going to get dropped, and an engage with a bomb and Shatter's going to happen. Let's see if it picks anybody up. It does not.
Not Lost is just kind of trying to stealthily rotate back here to a safer location without getting noticed.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Throws out the damage for... Oh my goodness, that Ryan took a huge amount of damage there.
I think between Not Lost and Apollo on that Reaper, that's really what did it. But they recognize they're at 99. Might as well reset. Not Lost is like, I'm going to get some little poke damage here with my Biotic Grasp and get out alive using my Wraith, which is, well, my... yeah, I'm going to call that Wraith.
It's basically the same
Fade.
thing.
But yeah, they lived, which is great, but now the re-engage is what's going to be important here.
Throws out self-destruct.
What? That should not have picked you up, Robo!
It's got such a long windup. You'd think they take cover, but gets caught out by it. Coalescence going to be fired through, helping to keep the Wolves alive, also doing damage onto the Tsunamis. And that looks like it just might, it's going to come down to the 99-99. If Wolves win this and get back the point, they will have won it. Tsunamis use their space ornaments. Lost gets a wall right in his face. Try to stop the damage.
Soup goes down though. There's a dead, oh, Moira saw it in fade. It's a little scary to have to witness as we hear a beat get dropped. That's going to allow the Wolves to re-engage. Unfortunately, Not Lost did not get that beat.
I mean, this is a great job here by Not Lost here. Just surviving, wraithing around, keeping the team alive.
Moira and a dream. Moira and a dream. And a great bomb there from the Law.
And now it looks like Wolves, thanks to that fancy footwork. I mean, hey, if Not Lost hadn't held down the point for that long, they wouldn't have got it. So kudos to him. To both supports, really, too.
Yeah, great job. I mean, supports may not always win you a team fight, may not always win you a match, but you certainly will lose if you don't have them or if they're not working with you, that's for sure. And that time, they were working with you, if not, you know, were the quintessential players, at least during that last one.
It just goes to show going at it alone can only get you so far. Ultimately, if you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. Esports Tower really takes the time to create teams of well-matched teammates. Shout out to all the coaches, and for those of you watching who haven't checked out Esports Tower clubs, you should. It's the fast track to rank up. So the Wolves take down the Tsunamis and advance to our Week 2 Grand Finals against the Cyclones, the same enemies they faced in the first semifinal, so we'll see if they can't get a little bit of revenge on them, or if the Cyclones will keep their top position. But we're going to take a short break and be back with the Grand Finals, the second half of the Rumble. Don't miss it.
I thought we were going to go to the bracket.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by. Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by. Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by. Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to this week's broadcast of Esports Tower Rumble in Overwatch, broadcasting from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. It's time for Week 2 Summer Grumble Grand Finals. It's a rematch of the Week 1 Grand Finals that the Wolves won over the Cyclones, who will come out on top in Week 2. I'm your host Jacob Jem Palmer, joined by Ordinary Rain, and you see there, that bracket just tells all the story. Not only in the last tournament, the last Overwatch Rumble, did the Cyclones and Wolves face off against each other and the Wolves won, but in this tournament, they've already faced off in the semifinals, so these two teams know each other. They definitely do.
Definitely. So, I mean...
Scores to settle?
Scores to settle, bones to pick, comps to break down, things to fix.
Well, before we get to all of that, we actually want to heap a bit of praise onto these team members for once, because they have gotten a lot in scholarships, and we want to take a moment to congratulate all the Esports Tower Club members who have graduated from clubs and been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last 3 months, Esports Tower Club members have made over $1 million in scholarship awards. These students have not only worked hard in their in-game play, but worked hard academically and have earned these scholarships opportunities. We could not be more excited and proud to see all the opportunities these players are getting. And you want to know how you earn scholarships? You play well at the game. And how do you play well at the game? Well, you follow Doc's keys to the game, which are brought to us by esportstower.com. And to recap, that's never take a fair fight. That means take fights in unexpected places when they are unprepared and protect your supports. Doc's keys to the game brought to us by esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. All right, we're ready to head into the grand finals now. Starting out on Escort again.
Are we going to get Dorado again?
I don't know. What would you like to see?
I would like to see Rialto.
Rialto.
I know it was on the...
Which the one, I should mention, the 1 week that you were gone sick, they did play Rialto.
And Blizzard World.
Yep. And it's just... the never-ending saga.
I was going to take today off, too, because technically I'm having kidney problems. But I am here. And with that, I'm going to curse myself and not get Dorado. Well, not get Rialto and not get Blizzard.
Oh, actually starting on Legion.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
4,
Standard start
3,
out stage
2,
here. Well, I do hope we get one stage, since you decided to tough it out here and move on.
Give me Rialto or give me Blizzard World or give me cake.
Might have to just settle for the cake.
That's fine. We have a TP on the point.
It makes everything better.
It does. Soup gets a great TP onto point. The comp that the Cyclones are running is intentionally being prepared for that TP. They might have been aware of the fact that maybe they don't have a Lucio player ready for the Cyclones to play with, so they chose to go with the Surround and Conquer comp instead, which can be huge. They've already taken out one. Mercy, Shaipangi can't really go for that res because the engage is going to be coming in and coming out here from the Wolves, making it harder for that res opportunity. While point has been locked down, there's a lot of damage going out right now. We do lose Daydream, though, which should not have happened. So this is going to become a whole lot harder for the Cyclones now.
This will heal you.
Just making sure they don't fall off. They're going around here. Going to be trying for a sneaky barrage, but I see a bit of damage put onto Shaipangi, so that must have meant they had been spotted out, and they're taking it's taking a whole lot of time to regroup.
My children are fighting again. I don't like this.
Just have to see.
Why did Barbecue just get through there with no issues?
Rains from above.
And that only takes out Soup with the barrage. Overall, Wolves maintaining control of the point pretty well here. Secret's going to get right up toward the door. Photon Barrier thrown down by Soup for that extra bit of defense. Alakath is going to eliminate Barbecue. Shaipangi also taken out by the car wash. And now Genji Mains is just having to try to get away with just the little health he has left. Holy Chubb taken out, and another hold for the Wolves.
Well, the one thing I'm going to point out to the viewership here is that the Law and Soup are actually teammates for their high school team, Meridian Charter Technical High School here in Idaho, and Daydream was on that team with them as well. So they are pretty familiar with how Daydream plays, which is why they've been getting picked off. She's been picked off twice now before fights have started. That's one of the disadvantages to playing against your friends here, people.
We move on I should also say that the Wolves and Cyclones in the last Grand Finals, it ended in a reverse sweep for the Wolves. So even though one team might win this initial fight, it is not going to be over by any long shot.
We lose Daydream immediately when the fight starts. Alakath is going to go down to Moist. Moist picks up Secret. Soup finds the Holy Chub. Lots of trades going back and forth. Soup, though, is high beam. Self-destruct's going to get popped. 99 on the point. Reinhardt's got a shield, a speck of shield and a dream. And Moist is going to go down. Lucio goes down as well. So Shaipangi on that Lucio could not survive. And I do believe that that is going to be the end of point one.
Here we go. Holy Jeff can only rock it. A bit of frustration firing right there.
Well, I mean, now it's also important to remember that if you're unaware, because you decided to stop playing Overwatch and only watch it, which is totally 100% fair, no judgment whatsoever, they did nerf the hook, grappling hook for Wrecking Ball. You cannot instigate it immediately after leaving spawn. There is a cooldown that you must first wait out, which is why trying to rush to point using him in the last second doesn't always work out. Now, I'm really going to be paying attention here.
Alakath playing basketball.
I wonder if they scored. I'm really going to be paying attention here to see if Soup goes for the proper placement of the teleporter. Same with Barbecue. If either one goes in the window, I will shame you for the remainder of this round. Thank you, Soup! Yes! Okay, I actually taught Soup that, so I'm proud.
Okay, and the other one didn't do it correctly.
Yeah, so the Lucio rollout, had Shaipangi been bold enough to do it, I don't fault you for not. You literally can beat anyone to that window and just boop everyone out of the teleporter off to their death if they can go swim with the fishes, quite literally.
Yeah, Boise State actually did that.
Yeah, that's how our very own A Large Bagel, now Bagel, made it into some of the top 5 plays of the week from Collegiate Esports. So just remember that for the future, Barbecue. Do not place the teleporter in the window. It's extremely easy to counter. And jump off the map!
He's just going to have to respawn for now. A lot of damage going to be... okay. Not going to find the environmental there, but it's still going to find Soup.
Guys!
Listen, I'm not the highest ranked player in Overwatch. Like, I'm not a top 500. But common sense would tell me that if a Far Mercy is outside, then it's usually safer to take shelter indoors.
I mean, you have a Symmetra and a Reaper, and your Diva was currently dead. So yeah, it's much safer to take shelter on the point.
I mean, sound the air raid sirens, you know, get indoors, take shelter. So right now this Far Mercy is getting way too much mileage.
Definitely, and hopefully everyone rotates towards the left side, goes White Room instead of going Bridge, because if they get booped off, or hooked. What are you doing? Oh, there's the boop. It took to, I actually thought Soup had jumped off to try and like do something funky there. I'm glad that it was a boot, but also at the same time, stop going towards the right.
You know, what looked like it might be a promising sign that they're taking your advice for once with the teleport placement has all just tragically started to fall apart here as the round goes on.
No, Soup still has my hope, though. You're losing a little bit, though, my friend, because Diva is great into the comp that they're running right now. I do not know why you've gone Roadhog, but whatever. I'm not your coach anymore. It's fine. Soup, you made my day. That is all I have to say. But good luck dealing with this rocket barrage without anything to counter it. Never mind.
Or you can fire.
Control.
I've got a counter. It's called the left mouse button.
Who also boop Shaipangi off, so they're going swimming right now. That's actually fabulous. Nicely done. Oh, Shatter got countered.
And the Death Boss only takes out one before he gets hooked and has to rake away. He is able to take him out. Just trying to get rid of this BAP. There, runs out. There you go.
Oh, Shaipangi comes in. They're very low. So is Sigma. They're going to go down the Holy Chub. And the Wolves will retake. Cyclones are in one fight territory here, so there's no more room for mistakes. Moist and Allah very close on their ultimates. However, the main tanks, I'm saying that with quotations because some people don't consider Sigma to be main tank, are severely hurting on ultimate charge. Shaipangi has ult control, though, has beat. That can be absolutely massive as we hear Soup pop Deadeye and just take out the two flying people. So now that's a reset. At least I hope it's a reset.
It does look like it is indeed a reset.
I really do hope the Wolves are careful, though. We did see them pushing quite far forward on that bridge. That is some easy pickets for Barbecue 2.0.
A little bit of chip damage thrown out by Alakath. This is a long time the Cyclones are taking to get back to the point. It's already gone above 71% for the Wolves.
Indeed, we are getting close to one-fight territory for both teams. Now, Genji main's going to go down. Highly doubt we're going to blow Res in order
Where's
to
the Sigma? Where's the team?
Shy Pangy actually blew Res in order to get Genji mains back to life. Law got pulled off the map. Alakath is actually going to go down as well. Not quite positive what in the Nuggets just happened out of our field of view, but things happened.
Things certainly did happen, and now they've taken back the point for themselves. But they do have their Lucio that can get back with the beat.
I really hope Control knows how to get there and dodge. I mean, like, the Roadhog's looking for hook from bridge, so they should be able to make it. Law hopefully does not try to insta-engage with their ultimate here.
Oh! Takes snipes out. Oh, but the rest of the team. It was so promising he moved in, but the rest of the team.
So very close. And Mercy. Oh, Panky's going to go down. Barbecue's really hurt. Reinhardt's there. Lucio should be able to make it in time now at this point, I think. Oh, Secrets has gone down. If it was just 1 extra second, I think. Oh, no, someone made it. I don't know who. It was Soup. Soup made it to the point.
Now reinforcements are arriving. Genji mains uses the Death Blossom to try to hold the point, but the rest of the Wolves are here, and a Coalescence on top of that.
Oh!
Wow.
Moist, what a hook!
That was probably one of the most consequential hooks there.
I will be completely honest. Hook has been so busted lately for anyone. Literally last night, I was hooked through my Brigida's shield.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think it's like 50-50 whether or not it's actually going to land or it's going to break on something just randomly. So I'm going to give Moist the benefit of the doubt there and say that that was a fully intentional, this is landing, I'm hooking you, you're within my range, Yoinkies moment on that Moira. So nicely done. But I really want to see the Wolves swap off. Not lost, your Moira is great, but I really think you need to swap things up a little bit here. Wrecking Balls Reinhardt is a very creative choice for this map, considering that we have Moira Lucio.
Round 3. Capture the objective.
Moving on forward here. Team's just making their way right to the point here. They're going to fight above. Looks like Cyclones were a little bit faster, have some time to set up their turrets. Going to force the Wolves to take the other route around. Law is able to eliminate Barbecue, so good start for the Wolves.
Inmore has already been dropped by the Cyclones. Moist goes down. The Holy Shove is going to go down. Down goes Daydream. Now it's just Saipangi who's hoping to get out alive. Same with Genji mains, and Genji mains will go down. Saipangi lives. Point on lock. They can now push forward and take this doorway. This is where I got a little concerned with not lost being on that Moira as opposed to the Baptiste, because by now they could have had a Amp Matrix here and can pull through this doorway, but you know they're going to have Co. I don't know how well this is going to hold up if Moist manages to get Shatter though.
Well, before he can get Shatter, they're going to use that Coalescence and that Photon Barrier to keep the Cyclones at bay, and it certainly works out for them. Just clearing them out one by one, almost all of them, only Barbecue survives. Nope, and now he gets taken out. That's a full team wipe.
That's nice. We don't have any fancy music for it, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for that, but it'd be too much. And are they going to do the same rotation? Okay, this time, though, okay, Barbecue has Tire, though. So if they can give Barbecue the cover to actually go all the way up to the high ground, yeah, no, Barbecue, this is not what I was talking about. I meant to go all the way up.
Well,
it works.
You know, it works. But it works. Barbecue with these mines, my goodness. Just one ace deserves another, I suppose.
Yeah, nicely done, Barbecue. Hats off to you. It was a risky play, but it worked out in your favor. We hear Shatter go off, though. It's going to take down Control. Secrets and Alakath are going to go down shortly thereafter. This is what's like this Control here is massive. Daydream, though, has swapped over to the Moira themselves. This is now just getting absolutely sideways from what I'm used to seeing, but that's fine. Very interesting to see how this works out. I feel like Moira makes it harder to maintain the poke damage and space control here, and it literally forces you to take the fight on point, which is the issue when you're running into Junkrats.
Bit off to the side. This fight is taking forward. Okay, do the same with that. Oh. I was hoping that, yeah, I was hoping that Riptire. Yeah, but it wasn't even worth the Riptire, though.
All right, let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ultimates. Can we get a 7th? There's the 7th ultimate.
Oh, Barbecue has his Riptire back as well. You know, just maybe can pull off a very nice sequel.
Actually, I think that was 8 ults. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was 8 ultimates.
Ultimately, all for naught by the Wolves. There it goes, Riptire again. Come on, do it again. No.
Secret blocked it this time. Nicely done,
Yep.
Secret. I like this teleporter placement, but Daydream's going to go down. This is the issue. You can't take too much poke damage here in this front corridor. Secrets goes down to Moist, though. Fantastic charge there from Moist. Moist is also going to pick up Soup, and down goes Control. We are now in one-fight territory. No more room for mistakes. Hopefully the Law does not try to pilot Diva this. They will not anyway, because Genji Main's going to take that opportunity away from them.
Looks like there's just this Moira taking a huge long way around here just to get a tap on the point.
I mean, Soup almost did as well. There goes Riptire. And it's not going to find anybody, but Barbecue went down. So that means that there is a 2v2 happening on the point. Wolves might actually have an opportunity to retake here.
Gonna use Gravitic there to stop that Rhine. Take him out, and the Sigma is fighting back here. But he's the only one left on point, is the problem.
Oh, and he got stuck by Soup. Soup did go down. Genji Mains has Photon Barrier. You can't pop that from spawn.
He's gonna wait right there. Throws it down. Sets up some turrets. Now trying to take out the Diva. Looks like he is, yes, able to take the Law out of their mech. Oh. Not quite surviving there, and now a Riptire out from the Cyclones is going to be able to take out one. It's something the Cyclones have, and now it is slowly moving back into their favor. One last beat from Control to try to keep control of the point. He's going to lose the sound barrier now, but it just might be enough time. Bot.
Really, you're just trying to play for stability at this point. You're not trying to play for picks. You can call out who's low if you've managed to get some damage. Oh no, the Law literally backed off the point with self-destruct there. So with that actually allows the Cyclones to win this one out after the Wolves took away the first map initially.
Well, what's interesting is the Wolves started out slow in our Week 1 Grand Finals as well before reverse sweeping the Cyclones. The coaches are saying they want to avoid being in that situation this week, but it might just be playing out again as the Cyclones get the first win there. Now, what's interesting, we started out on Escort for the semifinal. We're starting out on Control for this final, but no matter what we start out, logic says it should be Hybrid that is up next. So
if we're going back to the route that starts with Control, though, isn't it Control Escort Hybrid? So are we going to go?
Or it could be Control Hybrid Escort.
Yeah, I'm like, or are we going to flip it and go Control Hybrid Escort?
If it is Hybrid, I know what you are requesting.
Please. I know my wish won't be granted, but I can stay here and beg.
we can always try.
Blizzard World.
I'm not sure.
It's
We're
probably
just.
Scrims Row.
It's. Look on your face. Just said it all there.
I mean, I can beg and plead and wish and hope. I mean, like, I just Junkertown.
Oh, okay. Control Escort Hybrid. Okay.
All right. So Escort with Junkertown first. You know, it's kind of a standard. This one and Dorado, I feel like are the two crummiest maps to have to deal with. I really don't like either of these maps.
And the place looks pretty crummy, I'll say that too.
Historically for Esports Tower, I feel like Dorado and Junkertown are the two that end up being the roughest maps for most of the players in general. I understand that's the ones they play the most, but that's why I say go Rialto. But Soup was ready for Barbecue to be on the Pharah and shut them down right away. Shaipangi did get an easy res, though. Is immediately taken out by Alakath shortly thereafter, and Barbecue following that. Soup goes down to Genji main, Moist takes out Not Lost. So this close hold here didn't really work out as Sigma's been
just
chilling on the payload.
And once they turn their attention on him, he's able to hold his own pretty well. Okay, nope. You know
he
what?
held it long enough to allow his team to get out of the spawn.
Sure.
That's important. I will give you that. Nicely done, Secrets. you were a sacrificial lamb.
He's just going to pick up just a bit of shield there. Not too much, though.
Genji mains is going to go down. There could be an opportunity for a res here. There is, because every Mercy in Esports Tower gets away scot-free with their reses because no one turns their head to look at them. Shaipangi does go down shortly thereafter, though.
Holy Chubb eliminating secrets. Law also taking a bit of damage there, but still managing to survive. After this first fight has been pretty scrappy. Huge shatter right up there. It's just going to take out the Brig. Now they're focusing on the Widowmaker. Take Soup out as well, and the Law is still holding on here.
Soup, I would really like to see you swap over to the Hanzo here. I'm not saying your Widow is bad. I'm saying your team needs a little bit more shield break, just because the Holy Chubb and Moist have a lot of shield between the two of them. And they have a Junkrat. You guys do not. They have a Cassidy. You guys do not. As well as a damage boost.
Well, they're not going to have the Cassidy right now because Genji mains has been taken out by Alacat. You see here is just waiting on this Gravitic here.
Moist is actually swapped over to the Roadhog as well. We hear Riptire get popped. Immediately taken out by Soup. Payload space is being gained. Immortality's been used. Holy Chubb's gonna counter the Graphitic Flux and use their own shortly thereafter. Deadeye did get popped though, so we might see someone get destroyed by that. Junk picks up 2. Daydream finds 1. Not Lost goes down to the Holy Chubb. It does look like the Cyclones are going to be able to push back, but there's still 90 seconds left, and that took almost every ult in their arsenal.
Oh, it took every ult from the Wolves away right now. Look, they are so far away from everything right now, whereas with Cyclones, they at least have the Valkyrie. They're going to have the Amp Matrix here, so I would expect that maybe they can hold this next one. Although Barbecue gets taken out pretty early on, so that might put a wrench in that.
And Shaipangi did go down very early on as well. There goes Genji mains. Now Daydream's ultimate is the only thing that is going to perform as the last bastion here for the Cyclones, and they need to pop it soon rather than continuing to back up and just give up a lot of space here to the enemy team. Widow now has high ground. Soup has got the positioning they need. We hear a Valkyrie come out from spawn from Shaipangi. Barbecue does find Soup, so this is the opportunity. There is Amplification Matrix. They find secrets. But things have pretty much boiled down to a poke battle as that amp goes down.
I mean, there's nothing wrong in using the Amp Matrix just for yourself to get ultimate eliminations as a BAP.
Not at all. It's just my concern here is that we have control on the Zenyatta. I understand that it provides extra damage and that the Harmony and Discord Orbs, you know, they can do their work. But I feel as though possibly more value would be gotten in this situation from a Lucio, just due to the slowness of the comp.
It is an Overwatch 2, and you don't have the Rocket kit to use right now, so.
Which hurts me. It hurts me on many levels. We've got Junk Tire coming up, though, and there's Holy Chubb with their licks. Control, unfortunately, did not have their ult online. Holy Chubb's actually going to go down. Genji mains picks up 2. Barbecue's tires coming in, won't find anybody. Soup does pick it up. We hear Roadhog ult going off. They get destroyed by Soup as Transcendence has come out to stabilize the team. Hopefully they know to focus Daydream first here. They do, and I do think that this is an opportunity here for the side of the Wolves to cap this from the Cyclones.
Took basically all the time that they had. They managed to do it. They're going to get the minimum amount of time, 2.5, to claim this next checkpoint.
Go get high grounds. Go get high grounds. Sigma can stay on guard. Go get high grounds. Everybody. Go poke at Genji main. Thank you! This human being should not be standing out in the open and unpunished, and I appreciate that we have our soldier here of Alcat being like, no, my friend, but that's not fair. Anything you can do, I can do as well. And they have the support of their teams. They were shooting them like crazy. Oh, Moist. Oh, cold pork.
Well, yeah. Though, he might have bit off a little more than he can chew there.
Yeah, the Law did swap over to the Diva. It's very important to be hitting that tab button anytime there's a time you are dead, because that was a huge decider of keeping Secrets alive. Unfortunately, Secrets did eventually go down. Control has also swapped over to Lucio. I'm glad to see that. That will help things out a little bit more here for the Wolves as far as taking control of the high grounds. Something hot, though. Still very powerful.
Oh! And a final hook onto the Law there. Takes them out. Now just going to be a little bit of a stagger onto the Law as well. It's interesting that the Deadeye was used there. It's only going to pick up Barbecue.
I think we did have Secrets pop Graphitic Flux, and it was the intent to have Graphitic Deadeye, which is huge. But Secrets is really low on the health front.
Didn't quite work out, and is going to be swapping over to Winston instead.
Which is fine. Soup has also swapped over to the Tracer.
Oh.
Yikes.
That's a huge yikes there.
That was deleted. Okay, we've got 35 seconds. This is a reset. Get out and be ready to go. But there's a lot of ults in favor of the Cyclones
One
right
good
now.
hook here. Oh. Okay, well, we're
That was
going to have to
his
wait
own
for
teammate.
another. I mean, here's the thing, though, is there's so little time left. Is one good pick here is what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is where I really wish Not Lost was more comfortable on the Ana pick here. Lucio can get their team there and get them fast, but they can set, well, Ana can set up a high ground and literally can shut down Roadhog, can shut down Holy Chub. Gemini, Genji main did just go down, but Secrets went down, and an Ana nade could have sustained Secrets a heck of a lot more than Moira yellow spray. Daydream goes down. Remake.
They had 5 ultimates to use against the Wolves 1 here. And the Wolves still won.
I really don't know. The odds were not in the Wolves' favor.
They could have just pressed all the ultimates at once and probably had a better outcome.
All right, Wolves. I don't know if any of you are of legal age to buy a lotto ticket, but if you are, now is the day to do so.
Yeah, they're not gonna have a lot of time though. Just over a minute.
Time is all you need. As long as you get that payload to the edge, that is all that matters. Swapping to full dive, other than I mean, like Soldier, you can kind of call dive. Not really. He's more of an anchor here in this case. Might work out. The Reaper from Barbecue might be an issue, though. We'll have to wait and see.
Soup moving back and having a lot of pressure, is going to have to recall. Moist is able to take out Not Lost. Able to put a bit of a break on the payload pushing forward right now, but it seems like the Cyclones always get off to a good start. Then when it comes to the most consequential fight, even if they have 6 ults to 1, they find a way to lose. So I don't know. I'm not going to believe that the Wolves are stopped until I actually see the timer at 0.
Valid point. I mean, we can't, discredit any team here, considering this is, our grand finals. But right now, Wolves, they have more ultimates online than the Cyclones, and historically they've been able to use them better. We'll have to see if they can. We're using Beat on Engage, as well as Attack Visor. See how that goes. Genji Mains also has Deadeye online. That could slow down this forward push here coming out from the Wolves. The Law almost loses their mech. Alakath is going to go down to being turned into pulled pork.
Yeah, but while that happens, Soup picking up a triple.
Spicy.
Now a quad.
Spicy.
And it's going to be ended there.
And they're cooled down.
Using the whole hawk, trying to make their way back to point here.
I mean, it's working, but it's just payload provides cover now. Your Deadeye get popped, immediately pulled the trigger as well. Not Lost is going to die to the hook because it does do damage prior to pulling the person in. And with that, the payload's going to get cleared off at 96.08 meters.
Whew.
Score.
All right. So it is technically winnable for the Cyclones.
Yes.
And here, I do not know how this did not go in the Cyclones' favor.
Well, Daydream died to the Diva Bomb. And then Alakath took out one. Soup found Shaipangi when they weren't ready for it.
But again, they had, I was going to say all 5, but then Shaipangi actually made, they had all 6 ultimates to use there. They had damage, they had survival, they had everything, and they couldn't win.
Side note, I did just get a message from Soup. Whichever coach decided to say that Tyler has been a good mentor, you are lying, because he says he only bullies players into doing what he wants them to do. If that's what you consider a good mentor, I am concerned. I appreciate your honesty, though, Soup. You're a very good human being, and you're also a hoot.
I don't think there's anything I can really add on to that, so I'm just going to lay that there. I'm not going to allow not going to get involved in any family drama right now.
I love those guys, okay? I appreciate every single one of them. Even if they do some stuff that we've discussed not doing. Diva bombs at the last second as a Hail Mary when there's plenty of fights left. But that's okay. Let's see how
So
this goes.
I also have a note here for the Cyclones that Daydream is very good at keeping the spirits up in the team when the going gets tough. So if anything is to judge by from what we just heard, then that probably actually means that Daydream yells at the team when everything goes wrong. So
She also is a very, very kind soul and a sweetheart. So
it's good that that's true.
That
here.
one is
I
genuine.
don't know what to trust anymore here.
I got you 100%. But yes, Daydream definitely is 100% positive mental attitude no matter what the heck is happening. Tries her hardest no matter what's going on. So it's good to see that that's getting acknowledged.
Well, this is interesting. That close have just moved right up. Now someone's pushing the payload, but they just wanted to beat the Wolves entirely here. They're going to be pushing the payload forward. The only one left is Alakab. Going to make some time for them. Soup with a snipe onto Barbecue.
Alaka, oh, snuck up on by Genji means. I really wish we were, and this is going to sound horrible, but Observer, if you ever see something like that happen again, just follow the Reaper that's crouching, because I'm pretty sure they were crouching. That's the only way that people would not have heard that. Soup now trying to get some poke damage here from the high ground. We're running pseudo double hit scan. There's an argument that Ashe is technically not, she's just a really fast projectile. I'm going to run with what the devs have said, which is she's a fast projectile hero. Still does damage like it's campfire though.
Bongo's going to be thrown down there by the Wolves, keeping the Cyclones at bay for now. Chub's taken out of the... Oh, wow. They did not stagger that out at all.
I mean, if they were watching previously, and I know it was Apollo who did it, but just don't trust the diva that's getting awkward, that's getting scarily close.
That's true.
I don't care how much health they have. Like, once in a blue moon, they do manage to remech, and that is when they kill 2 of your teammates.
Well, the Cyclones are going to be able to buy some time for themselves right now. Or at least have time, excuse me, to get back together for the next push. Here they go in from an off angle that the Wolves weren't expecting at all. They throw out the self-destruct as well, and nothing's really happening. What is it with the Cyclones using all their ultimates and having nothing to show for it this round?
Well, okay, so Holy Chub used self-destruct on engage, which is something that most people will tell you to shy away from. It does have a long cast time, technically speaking. It takes forever for it to finally blow up. But what happened was the Lodge shield didn't move. Everyone just walked in front of the Lodge shield while the bomb blew up behind them. The Sigma didn't even use his shield. The only thing that was really done there was using Not Lost, Amp Matrix, and then Control actually used Rally, which allowed them to capitalize on the fact that Devo was out of mech and just rush into them without a Lucio speed boost.
Bob is going to be brought out by Alakab. Oh, no, Bob's going to kind of be... They find a way! Finds a way to break through here and is now going to be doing tons of damage onto the Baptiste. Takes him out. The break soon follows. That's a whole team gone. Just Soup left trying to maintain. Still surviving. Now he goes. Secrets, excuse me.
Okay, so on this next fight, we don't really have any ults set for Secrets with that Graphitic Flux. The Law will be inching ever so close to those Bongos, though, so if we can get Bongo and Flux done at the same time and just do it at a range where Moist can't hook you and Barbecue cannot stun you, that could be one heck of a wombo combo. Or just get the lift Deadeye that we tried in actually at this point in round 1 on attack on defense here for the Wolves. I want to see it actually work.
Secrets now lining up this Gravitic here.
Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do
Still
it.
holding on to it. There he goes, and only catches 1.
And he gets rocked again! You don't need to remain in LOS the entire duration of the Graphitic Flux. Please remember that, everyone.
Well, despite that little hiccup there, the Wolves still hold off the Cyclones. So So we're just going to have another wait here. Law has managed to charge up the bongo. Rally and Amp Matrix are also probably going to be up here for the Wolves. So still facing a deficit in terms of ultimates for the Cyclones.
Genji mains coming close to that attack visor. They also have the Holy Chub's Graphitic Flux. Barbecue will be very close to their ult, and Daydream is going to be very close to the amp for the Baptiste there. So this is really going to come down to who uses their ult in the most advantageous way. I also really do hope that people are ult tracking and are aware of what util is going to be available, because that means Control needs to pop this rally as soon as they get it. Never mind.
Okay. The other team's gone.
Guys, you've heard me talk about this before, which is walking in on a straight line like lemmings. If you don't know what lemmings are, I'm a bit older than you, and I apologize, but just go look it up.
I know what you're talking about.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Just put some public domain music on in the background, and you're good to go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Doing it again!
Oh, here we go.
But the
Okay.
Fire Strike finds a way. So proud of you guys. Nicely done.
They're moving in here, and it looks like they're going to be able to clear everything out.
But they've got 30 seconds.
It's enough
And
time for the Wolves to reset. Yep.
Long way for that payload to go in 30 seconds. They'll have Shatter. Lift. Deadeye. We've been here before, though.
Yeah, we have. I mean, the Cyclones have been in so many fights where they've had the advantage in ultimates, but they haven't managed to win in those situations.
I really like Control popping the rally here since they couldn't pop it during the last fight. I really don't think they're prepared to lose that last one. And see, here you go. This is what I'm talking about. You don't have to remain in LOS during that. Soup does go down to Barbecue and the Graphitic Flux. Shatter's going to get dropped. It's going to find one, but it's not really... Okay, it will be picked up. The Law's going to find Pangy. Daydream goes down to Alacat. Genji mains finds the Law. Barbecue goes down to Control. Holy Chub finds Control. Genji mains going to go down to Alacat. And now I do believe it is just Holy Chub in a dream.
They can focus him down far enough. There you go. Tied up
Victory
by the Wolves. We are at 1-1 apiece, so at least going to go to a game 4. Yeah, like I said, I guess that was just the... You know, normally you want to have a lot of ultimates going into a fight. The Cyclones, every single time they had an ult advantage, they lost the fight.
They would drop
found
like
a way.
3, 4, sometimes all of them. Like, just understand ult combos. You're dropping all 5 ultimates. Something is wrong.
Yeah, it just, well, they'll have time to regroup here, hopefully. Okay, now for sure, I know we are going to go into hybrid here. So the last chance for your mood to possibly be raised here.
I mean, other than my kids texting me saying that they love me, that definitely raised my mood a little bit. I'm not actually a parent. It's the players from Esports Tower that I have coached. Let the record show I'm old, but not that old. Yeah. You know, I'd really, really like Blizzard World.
Mm-hmm.
Is that gonna happen today? Probably not. You know, my luck, the days I'm here, it's never going to happen. The day that I'm sick, sick and actually choose to come in nonetheless, because it's not like I can...
It's Rialto and Blizzard World are chosen in the same.
Like, the last time I was sick, it was a case of, I can literally give this to someone else. In this case, I can't give it to anybody. It's just, I am feeling...
Oh, Nelly!
My gosh, I'm so happy right now!
Okay, it finally happened.
Yay! I got one of my wishes granted.
Alrighty, so now that we're actually here, why do you like Blizzard World so much?
Okay, so Blizzard World, this is... So Daydream specifically, as well as the Law and a couple other players at a few different colleges, can tell you that this is the Lucio Hell map. And there's just so much that you can do as a Lucio player here, that it allows for a lot of wall riding. It allows for a lot of just being a nuisance and coming over walls that people don't realize Lucios can get over. So that's why I absolutely adore this map. I also love how there is so much high ground control that is almost equally attainable from offense and defense, and it really comes down to how you utilize that high ground that determines who's going to win out. Like, easily backing off that high ground from the Wolves here. I understand you're running double hit scan. Like, that is not necessarily what you want to be doing. You just allowed the biggest asset of this map to be given up over to the Cyclones almost instantaneously, but they're playing more of a ring around the rosy comp, minus the Zenyatta you typically want here. And so that's why they needed to back off. It's a game of keep away. You normally have a Zen instead of a Brig, and you normally have a Ball instead of a Orisa. But it works nonetheless. You play the high grounds, you back off when you're engaged upon, and you surround and conquer, which is exactly what they did, and they pulled it off perfectly.
All right, they're going to have another chance here. Try to line up for the Cyclones. It's all on Shaipangi. As much as you were talking up the Lucio here, he's got to perform.
Yes, Shaipangi definitely needs to perform here. It's up to you, my friend. And we do see the engage on Alakath here to force him off the high ground, which is great. You've now... The Cyclones have forced the Wolves into a corner. With that Graphitic Flux, I don't know if there's an immortality. There is not. Picks up 2. The law is lost, but that's okay because they're already up by 2 people. There's really no need to use any more ults. Barbecue is somewhere, though. Can you smell the barbecue? They do. Secrets takes them out.
As soon as you talk about smelling the barbecue, we head into Snacks Ramus, so...
Perfect timing.
I know. I could use a bite to eat. Oh, I wish Alakath would have stopped to at least let us see the menu.
I agree. They also have... Alakath is going to have their Visor online, not lost. It's going to have Amplification. We're going to have Rally. Bob and Supercharger. Bongos coming up. Cyclones, Self-Destruct, Shatter. We might see another combo with that. I really am tired of seeing it, though. It works out, but it costs both huge tank ults. We hear Bob Control's going to go down. Shaipangi's going to use Beat to try and help their team out a little bit more here. A little bit unnecessary, though, considering that they were already up 1.
Visor is going to be used as well as Self-Destruct. It takes out Not Lost, and I don't think Alakath can get this back with Soup. They're both at such low health there. Soup tries to jump across, but isn't going to do. They claim the first point, and you know what? I'm glad they did, because now we can see more of Blizzard World.
Yes.
We don't have the thing of they finally picked Blizzard World, but we only see the first third of it.
Blizzard World is an absolutely beautiful map. That's another reason why I love it. Plus, there's just there's so many different ways that you can throw someone off a map during point 1, point 2, and point 3. That's also why I like it, as well as sneaky Diva Bomb locations and a lot of flank ability. It's like the predecessor to the way that the maps became later on in Overwatch 2, with a lot more alleys of access rather than just having one lane. And we do hear Control is going to pop that rally. Barbecue and Moist are going to go down, and we're going to see Genji mains back off, as well as Shaipangi and I believe Holy Chub. Oh! See, I thought they were going to live.
Well, they didn't.
They didn't back off enough. They just stayed on payload.
Well, Cyclones continue to move actually gets... I'm sorry. Cyclones get stopped there. Wolves continuing to hold. As we move forward here, Not Lost just trying to get a little bit of chip damage. Cyclones going to be taking the route off to the side with the Lucio speed boost. Gets back onto the payload. We'll see what they do. They're actually going to move over into the Nexus experience.
That just sounds so cool. I would rather have this place over Disney World. We hear Bob get dropped. We have Amp Matrix go down. Shaipangi gets extremely hurt by Soup. They go down. Death Blossom is going to get popped. There goes Alakath using their attack visor as well. Secrets will go down. Moist goes down. I do believe that is going to flip in favor of the Wolves. We try to demech this Diva who's running away.
Yeah, it isn't going to... Oh, man, somebody just to get away.
Now, Holy Chub, I am so proud of you. Nicely done.
I mean, especially after you get away like that, you know, it could be tempting.
Yeah, like, that's a corridor where, like, if someone chases you, odds are your team can come and help you out and save you. Just jumping off the dock. Brilliant. That's what you needed to do. Plus, it was so little time between when you died and your last teammate died. Basically, all y'all spawned together anyway. Doesn't matter.
Alakath taking out Moist. They're all going to get caught in the Gravitics there. And made at the very last moment to keep them alive. But the damage, the onslaught is just too much right now. And they're going to get held once again.
Okay, so we're going for dive to try and counter the double shield here, when what really counters double shield is double bubble. So that kind of is going to make things a little bit more difficult. And if you're not running double bubble, you need to be running more spam to get down these shields. But we'll see how this works out. Things have been crazier when we've seen counter comps go into each other. and somehow the comp that's being countered still wins.
Genji Main started things off with a pick onto Soup, but then got taken out himself. Law is going to eliminate Daydream. We see Barbecue off to the side here, just going to go for a quick pick-me-up. Now at the moment there still isn't a lot of impact being made by the Cyclones, and they only have half a minute left.
I really don't know what happened to Daydream there, but it seems like they died first in that fight.
What? Oh, no.
You thought, did you think that was the enemy on
I
against
saw it.
Barbecue?
It was like at the last, yeah, but then my neurons actually connected there, and so.
I gotcha. Yeah, so Daydream needs to be careful. They're getting a little bit too close to the action here, and that's why we're losing our Ana very early on. Soup's going to find Moist. We were so close to that Nano boost. Now probably just going to have to give that to Barbecue. Never mind, we're going to boost Saipengi on the payload. It's going to work out for a couple of seconds, but not too much longer. Control's going to find Daydream. Saipengi's going to go down. And it does look like Not Lost is trying to find this Tracer. Winston engages. There's the Genji Blade as well as Immortality from Not Lost. We have Soldier ult go down as well. Control finds Genji Main. Cyclone's hurting really bad right now. Last one there is going to be the Holy Chub. Daydream does catch up. Finally, they go down. Saipengi makes it. And with that, that's the end of the round. Cyclone's only getting 70.87 meters on point 2.
But still enough to appreciate the vast majority of Blizzard World.
Yes. I mean, like the last part's just a castle.
Yeah, it's just a castle. And it's not the Nexus experience.
Initiating match.
I also got to say, you know, you mentioned Disney World. This just makes me realize this is a pretty low attendance day for this park. I mean, it might be that there's a fight going on in the middle, but you know, I don't know. This would be my dream right now. Every ride is a walk-on.
Not to mention that, like, we're only seeing what appears to be like half of Blizzard
I know.
World.
There's like the roller coaster in the background.
A Ferris wheel. There's like a bunch of stuff off in the distance.
The Dark Moon Ferris wheel.
Like, Activision Blizzard, I know you're a small indie company, but if y'all could actually make this a thing, I would spend a lot of money.
And they could include an actual Overwatch section here. Remember, Overwatch isn't represented in Blizzard World because it's technically, you know, taking place in there. And of course, the Hearthstone Tavern. You can have a nice $200 drink. If we're going to go off how much Hearthstone actually costs. There we go. I love the Murloc mascot. I love that. It's so good.
This whole thing is absolutely amazing. So thank you for allowing us to get a good view of one of my favorite maps in Overwatch 1. I appreciate our camera controller right now.
All right, as we move in here. Oh, okay. He's actually holding a brew. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought originally he was holding a hockey stick, and I was like, why is the wizard holding a hockey stick? Okay, back to the actual fight. Soup is going to eliminate Barbecue, putting the Wolves off to a good start. They can take the first point here in just one fight. That would greatly outpace the Cyclones. But Orez is going to head out from Saipengi, get Barbecue back online.
Credit where credit is due. I do think the Cyclones, it took, what, 2 fights? But it was kind of like one really long one and then another one after that. Yeah, it took 2 fights. So not too much of a difference, especially with this long rotation that the Wolves are choosing to take, because they don't have symmetric TP, which was very creative. It did work out in your favor, though, Cyclones. Nano Brick for Engage. I love it.
We have a fight going on. There you go. Had to hook him eventually.
Soup. I'm so sorry. Genji Mains picks up 2 with that attack visor, and then Helicat's going to go down. They get turned into pulled pork, and Not Lost goes down. We're going to be going into a Bob, a Nano, Valkyrie, and Graphitic Flux. It does look like the only thing we really use there as far as the Wolves go, though, is the Nano. So
I appreciate the well-played spray from Hearthstone. I really appreciate that. Okay, Law moves up over here, is going to knock them down off of the high ground, and now they can get control of it.
Oh, Secrets, what just happened? What happened? Your diva engaged with you. Soup came up too. Like, you should not have died there. Did you drop off the high ground? Did you get greedy?
Time to raise my APM.
talking about what the Wolves have claimed, they have gotten 1 tick here. The Cyclone's still holding pretty good. I didn't even notice they got that tick there. That was pretty stealthy.
Yeah. Again, a Mercy with a res unpunished.
That definitely has been something that has been the difference multiple times.
Now we've got 4 ults online for the Cyclones. 1 ult, but to almost, 5 for the Wolves. There goes Bob. 1 of 4. Are we going to see 2 more? We'll have to wait and see. Oh, there's 1. Just on a Winston. There's Genji Blitz.
Isn't going to get any mileage, though. Soup still hasn't taken out anybody. There he goes, now with Chu, and that's the breakthrough the Wolves needed to help get the point. Although Barbecue is just doing work out of here, hanging out and snacks Rammus and being a huge threat.
60 seconds remaining.
Is able to be eliminated, but Cyclones are held again.
I mean, Diva's DMAX currently. Brig was there as well, and it does look like we had Alicath get staggered, so this is a problem. Though a lot of ults were popped, on both sides. And I'm not positive if that is self-destruct or if that is just a remake charge online for Lola. I'm pretty sure that is self-destruct. We'll have to see when they respawn. We do have Visor, though, and the only thing that's really going to keep that Visor going is Shy Peggy constantly boosting them, so that means Barbecue might become a sitting duck as we see Primal popped on the engage here. Gotta work on that monkey juggling, though, because you lost the LOS on 2 people being fast.
More ultimates being used. Self-destruct, able to clear out the point at the last moment. Wolves look like they're going to be able to get this. That is indeed one last Bob, though, to try to turn things around, but I don't think that's enough. They quickly focus down Bob and get the payload.
And Barbecue just kind of threw themselves in to make sure they didn't get staggered, which is nicely done. Now it's time for everyone to go to the high ground, except for one of your supports or a DPS. Mainly it's a support, though, who gets stuck on payload being like, I got the important job. I have gold objective time. And it is going to be Brig.
And just some quick waving there. I love the Murloc on the side! Look, it's on the side of the payload! That's such a nice detail on the side of the payload. The little park mascot logo is on there.
All right, Soup. Let me see a huge Nano Blade. Let me see it. Watch Soup and Secrets dive in, and Secrets end up with the Nano. Oh, Not Lost died right beforehand. Oh, that's unfortunate. Doesn't matter.
You know what? Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, that's a great note to just take a little bit of a break from right now. Congrats there. One of the teams is at match point right now. They have the opportunity to close this out. Nerdy is just happy that we got to see Blizzard World finally.
Very
and I
happy.
think we're going to take a short break here because these 2 teams look like they're prepared to fight it out, possibly all the way to a Game 5. So we'll take a short break, be back with the conclusion of these grand finals. Don't go away.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by. Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by. Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by. Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. You're watching our Esports Tower Overwatch Rumble. We are currently in... Okay, I gotta hand it to you. You got me there.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. You can see we're just having a grand old time here as we're prepared to cover the grand final between the Cyclones and the Wolves. Right now, we're at a match point here. The quick win. But it could go to a Game 5 is what I'm saying. Now, even though on the, I do want to say, even though it said on the rules at the beginning of this match that Assault was in, it is not in. So it actually is going to go to another control map. Escort map, excuse me. Which, you know, I mean, as much as we deride it, with this possibly being the last Overwatch 1 Rumble, it would be something just as a final swan song, you know, to just do one last match.
One more control. I took my glasses off. I hope you can tell how serious I am. I am disappointed that you are not forcing these poor children to play Control, the bane of every player's existence. Everyone had to suffer with it. We can all suffer together one last time. All for the sake of one more Overwatch 1 broadcast. Like, come on, throw me a bone. But I guess I got my Blizzard World.
You got your Blizzard World, so you're happy.
I can't complain anymore.
You know, it's like they're playing on Blizzard World and they're not playing Assault. I'm too happy right now. We need problems. We need some sort of suffering to be brought into here.
Where's the conflict? Everything is a story. Where's my story?
Well, let's get into Game 4 right now of this best of 5. See if it can't be closed out here, or if we are going to go to a final game to decide it all. We're heading over to Gibraltar.
Gibby! All right, so double shield for one side. Cyclones are going with the Sigma Hog play. They got Daydream again on the Ana and Shy Pengy on that Brigitte. So really awkward comp synergy happening now between those two. Okay, that's a little bit better. I want to see the Cyclones here choose to go high ground and on the bridge, just do a quick pull hook to see if anyone's on that bridge and annihilate them immediately. Instead, they're going to actually TP over to this low ground on the side and try to rotate through the bridge on the high ground, which is also a strategy. It's just a little bit slower, but getting the supports to the high ground here is extremely important because that is how they'll get value.
The Law's going to start things out by eliminating Barbecue. Cyclones still held at their spawn for the time being. Soup back on the Widowmaker. And not quite getting the picks he's looking for. Holy Chubb this might be the start of their push though. Eliminating Cassidy.
Shy Pengy, I do believe, yeah, they swore on break. They swapped to Mercy now, probably just to help out Genji mains. We had Soup rotate, grab a health pack. I love seeing that, people. Health packs exist on this map for a reason. Not Lost in Secrets are going to go down for the Wolves, though. They have progressed under the bridge. This is where things get a little bit difficult when you do not have high ground control, which is still in favor of the Cyclones.
Lined up for you! He is able to take out Daydream, so that is a little bit of a redemption arc there, but still, that Mercy was just prime pick in position. I mean, I probably would have missed too in that situation.
Oh, same. But we can still shame Soup for not getting that
true.
shot.
I'm
Because
all
we're
for
not
that.
in the game range. Oh, that was a rough situation. I do not know how to... Oh, Not Lost used their healing there to help out Control to survive. But now they've gone down 3. Down 4. I'm not sure if these were late spawns or if these actually were people coming from the long spawn. At this point, if Secrets doesn't make it out alive, everyone just chill out for a moment in spawn. Secrets, why are you still pseudoing? Oh, my soul is crying. I'm not crying on desk, but I am crying inside.
Ooh, a little bit of chip damage there. Has Vidic to line up as soon as they move on to the point. It's not the only thing. Whole Hog and Riptire also available as well as Nano Boost. There goes the Riptire out as Wolves make their way onto the payload. Quickly just goes into the Immor field. But now Whole Hog is able to take out Secrets, and Mine goes on to 2. Taking out both supports for the Wolves. Should look like the Cyclones will be able to claim this next checkpoint, especially with that Reds going through. And that is indeed the case.
All right, there are 3 of you trying to retreat, 1 of you going towards the ledge. Take your pick, people. Instead, Secrets is going to try and charge to get a cheeky kill, gets antied, gets staggered. Ledge. It's not just for DMX divas.
Move forward a little bit here. Moving on, Holy Chubb sees a lot of the Wolves on. Is actually going to spot out that Soldier. Trying to flank. Soldier is also very close to that Visor. Moist eliminates Control. Alakith, though, finds the flank he was looking for. Gets Barbecue. Takes out the trap there, and isn't able to move up further, though, because that Sigma's still guarding the high ground and takes the Soldier out finally.
Sigma is also chilling up there with Graphitic Flux. We hear Deadeye from Soup from the Wolves. Here on defense, get popped. And the hand was used there from Holy Jump to get out. So Holy Jump was forced to hop that high ground, whether it be of their own volition or their team calling back to them for help. Whole Hog from Moist is going to get popped and pick up 2.
Yeah, the Cyclones are doing well enough here, and they have such an ultimate advantage. I would think that they're able to close this out. They're the ones that need the win here to stop the Wolves from winning. They need to drive this to a game 5. Quick hook onto the Lucio. Not able. Oh, okay. It's going to get taken out by the visor there. Oh, that is nerves of steel right there. Able to take out some mid-air targets, and Cyclones with almost no trouble at all take it.
I do not believe we actually had, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, production can walk out with a note and slap it on my forehead and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we actually had a genuine fight on point 2. I believe all that occurred was people were trying to get to the high ground of the spaceship from forward spawn, and they got eviscerated.
Yeah, it really seemed like there was just almost no resistance there, save for the very start and very end of that fight. Now here we go. Wolves are going to have their opportunity to answer back. They're going to have to match quite a pace, though.
Please do not respond to that by doing pirate ship.
Ready for battle.
Okay,
It doesn't
thank
look
you.
like it.
Thank you. I'm proud of you guys. You were better than that.
I mean, well, okay. Wolves is setting up the Orisa, but still no.
Nah, they're
Not
just
the
doing Hagarissa, the pole hook
Attackers
strat, which is
incoming in
completely
30
valid.
seconds.
All right.
No Bassie.
Nope, no Bastion to speak of right now. Cyclones just want to make sure they have a clean defense here and drive this to a game 5 with no complaining, no fuss at all. And as we move forward here we go. Will Cyclones be able to hold the Wolves, drive it to a game 5? We'll have to see.
I think we are going to get a similar TP, but this one might go directly on the center bridge. Hopefully it doesn't, though, because that's a risky play to make no matter what. Soup is on that Symmetra. Nope, they just TP'd everyone over to the other high ground. No one pushing payload just yet. It looks like Hog is actually going to waddle back into spawn and swap. Yes, they are swapping. Secrets is going to go Sigma.
Heads over to Sigma, but right now Cyclones still fumbling, actually, in their defense here.
So here, you don't need your Tracer and your on payload. Really stupid should have just been you on payload while Ana was back at a safe distance, but that's okay.
Make their way under the bridge here. Cyclones still maintaining control of the high ground, and there goes Genji Mains with a pick onto Not Lost. It's going to put the Wolves at a slight disadvantage. Cyclones are just going to wait until they peek out from under there. Tries to jump up with the Winston, but just gets forced back down.
I really don't understand how the Cyclones did so well here when they had 0 high ground control underneath that bridge area. But here we have Moist make it out using Take a Breather. Alacath is going to pick up Barbecue. But Wolves are still maintaining a decent high ground presence here. They're forcing back the side of the Cyclones, which is great. And the mech has been called back by the loss, so the opportunity to play cleanup crew is here, unless Soup gets turned into pulled pork.
Control doing work here, taking out 2. Those Discord orbs have been very crucial. It's on the Mercy. He's trying to do the projectile in air. It's not going to work out quite yet, but boy, that would have been a hero moment.
That would have been a, I hope our replay director is clipping that moment, because you'll love to see it. But it does look like the Wolves are going to cap point 1 with 4 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock. Don't know if they'll be able to pick up staggers as lucky as the Cyclones were able to on their attack, though.
Cyclones moving, trying to gain back some sort of semblance of a defense here. Now, they certainly have the ultimates to do it. They're going to have 5.
But if history tells us anything.
Yeah, if history tells, yeah, that's true. Law and Moist right now just in a bit of a firefight. It's going to take a breather. Soup putting more pressure on him. Uses Transcendence to help keep the Wolves alive as Visor takes out Secrets. Whole Hog also... Oh, wow.
Spicy! The Law has laid it down the Law.
Yep, well, it's like you said. if history tells us anything, the team with the more ultimates doesn't win the fight.
Not in this case. I don't know what is happening. If this is
hey,
an
they did get the
anomaly.
checkpoint.
Yeah, I really... The Cyclones went into that fight with 5 ults online, and the Wolves had self-destruct and
But now
trance.
the Wolves have more ultimates, so they're really in trouble right now.
Oh yeah, right now they're gonna swing this corner, pop all of them, and not win. We're joking, of course. We're not not placing bets. We're just. It's been quite amusing when that stuff is happening, guys. You can't argue
If
with
someone
that.
tuned in right now with no context of what's happened earlier, they would be like, what sort of analysis is this?
Why are they so mean? Well, we hear Flux. We also see Visor, Nano get popped.
Okay, it does look
Primal.
like it is working out here unless Barbecue can turn it around with the Riptire, is able to take out control.
That was a lot of ults. That was every ult in the book that they had.
And Cyclones might still win this if they actually do.
Shaipangi is going to Valk. They're going to res. We have Whole Hog coming online. Not even needed. 5 ultimates. I actually will say that fight was technically won. They swung the corner. They got it almost all the way to the checkpoint. They're 2 in right now. 1 in. Not lost. Is going to get staggered. Reset. That was close enough to a 1 fight. I mean, you're not going to have as much time as the Cyclones, but you're going to get pretty gosh darn close if they can win it on this next one. Just got to deal with the 2 ults coming out from the Cyclones. And, you know, when you only use 2 ults, that seems to be when these fights are actually getting won by these teams. So we could see another fight after this.
Just going to have to... Oh, misses the hook there. Moist isn't able to pick that up. Instead, going to have to meet the Winston. Actually going to go back down to ground level. Use the Whole Hog way far out. And just blocked. Actually takes out Soup. I'm surprised.
And we did lose Secrets as well. Control goes down. Barbecue goes down. Moist gets a great hook here onto the Law. Law has to just back out and survive. They can help their Onega Nano here off of how much charge their mech needs. Left C, and there's been a Moira swap from Daydream, but into a D.Va, not positive that's the play.
Law has this self-destruct, but like he said earlier, you know, you don't necessarily want to use that to engage on the fight.
No, especially when they're split between high ground and low ground here.
No, yeah.
And we do lose Control, who dies with Transcendence. Whole spot with someone. Visor also gets not lost. The Law gets Genji mains. We have Alicath coming forward with their own Visor, but they're going to get turned into pulled pork instantaneously by Moist, who's just been having a ball over there on the left-hand side.
Oh, dangerous situation there. Almost
A
the
bold remake attempt there from the Law. Did not work, but we have Trance coming in. Hopefully the Law realizes it. Yes, they're going to get healed up just a little bit. Mercy very low. Shaipangi and Daydream both go down for the Cyclones.
You see Gravitic being brought out here.
Whiff. Fortunate whiff on that Gravitic Flux.
Oh boy, now we head into overtime. Basically 5 minutes between these two teams. So I'm going to take a bite of a candy bar here because I just need the sustenance for how long this fight's going.
I completely understand. We may be adults, but we have a really hard time regulating our blood sugar. You might understand when you hit our age. Might.
Okay, now they really have a chance to score on this one here.
Yes, tell me more.
That's wonderful. Okay.
I am so
needed
jealous, by the way. He just put both like the cookies and cream and like a bite of a cookies and cream and a bite of like a milk chocolate. And that just sounds so delicious right now.
Ready
And all I've got is a fruit snack. That's okay. All right, so 90-second differential between these two teams. If what we've seen in past broadcasts, or even today, can demonstrate anything, is that 90 seconds could be a huge deal breaker here for the Wolves to succeed here on Gibby and close out this series, and we might end up going to a match 4, possibly even a match 5. But also, Wolves with just 2 minutes, they can still make this entire map happen and get all 3 points. We'll have to wait and see, though. Definitely Secrets, Law. I know you really can't hear me right now, but I'm going to act like you can. Pull hook on the bridge right now. Just do it. There's the pull and the hook. No one was there, but that was perfect. That's exactly what we want to do. Just clear out that high ground. Alicath should not be the one here, though. This should be Soup pushing payload.
Alicath not quite able to get what they're looking for there is they're going to go up the side here. Is damage boosted now? Oh, just gets hooked. But still, the Wolves are pushing forward despite that early pick. Secrets is going to go.
Oh,
well,
no.
okay. A little bit of a whiff there, but it's fine.
We also lost, not lost.
Oops.
There, so now just Mercy healing is making it a little bit difficult. Shaipengi has to sustain all 5 members that are alive right now, forcing them all to group up on them here. Not even by the Mega Packs, so they can't spread the love out. Secrets is going to bounce out, hopefully get their Mercy out. They do manage to do that. We hear a res go off onto Barbecue, so the man advantage is gone just due to the lack of speed that the Wolves possess right now, and unfortunately losing not lost so soon in that fight made things difficult for them to sustain. They managed to live though, so props to them for that.
Well, Secrets is kind of whiffing these jumps here, but it's fine. Gets it back in 3 seconds.
Let's not jump into small spaces with a Junkrat, please. And a Roadhog.
Yeah, it's just not quite working out. Well, the Wolves almost have all their time taken out now, but if they can still get 1 tick on the checkpoint, they have done really well with payload pushing in terms of overtime.
All right, let's talk ult economy here for a moment. Cyclones, a lift, whole hog, attack visor, Riptire, Valkyrie, and Nano coming online. Right now we're only at Nano, Pulse Bomb, maybe self-destruct for the Wolves. There's whole hog getting dropped. Valkyrie goes online. There is Tires, Nano, lift, everything got used. And at that point when all 6 Qs are used, I would definitely hope that Cyclones can clear the payload.
Score 3.
All right, it's kind of all teed up for the Cyclones here to get the win. And I would, of course, drag it on to Game 5. Nerdy was just counting on their fingers, just making sure it was a Game 5.
My blood sugar is low, and I'm in a lot of physical pain, okay?
Okay, I get it.
But you can roast me. Thank you! I just got candy
Ready
shirts.
for battle.
I just passed one of the candy bars I had over to Nerdy.
But yeah, so you're right. We are going on to Game 5. Gibby,
Well, that's not. If the Wolves have
I'm calling it now.
Oh,
3 minutes
okay.
and 30 seconds to get under the bridge in a little bit.
Okay,
If
okay.
you whiff this one, Cyclones, I have no words. That is where I'll leave it. I will have no words, and I will put myself under the desk for the remainder and just let Gem close it out from there on out if the Cyclones whiff it and cannot get to that final checkpoint.
That's fair enough. All right, Cyclones, it's just a walk in the park for them, a hop, skip, and a jump.
Literally, if your Winston can land it.
Incoming.
All righty, here we go.
Stop the payload.
They're going to keep out of the line of sight there just in case there was an early hook. Control already eliminating Shaipengi. This could be the start of a hold.
Very interesting.
Go forward here. A little bit of a halt thrown out there, way across the field. Genjimane's going to be put to sleep by that sleep dart. Barbecue also taking a little bit of damage, but overall the Cyclones are making a lot of space for themselves with this payload. They don't even have to take out. They just have to make it a short ways here.
Really, and we've got Not Lost rotating as well as Orisa.
I mean, look at all the space they're giving up. They're going to get nanoed right there, force that Sigma to retreat. Actually, no, he's able to stay on with the help of that Immor. Ooh.
Alakath takes out Genjimane. Soup did go down to the Holy Chub. The Law is desperately praying that their Baptiste lands these shots. They do finally get them in. Oh, all due respect, Bap has a really awkward arc sometimes at long distances that happens. We did see that there, so the Law had to adjust for it. Help out your supports, don't just play runaway.
I mean, look at the Holy Chub. He's getting all this free real estate here, just all these free shots.
Hopefully there isn't a real estate market crash anytime soon. There isn't, because Barbecue's going to make sure that everything comes into a great close there.
All right, it is indeed a Game 5 as we head on with the Cyclones. Tying it up, who will be the ultimate victor here? These two teams are very evenly matched, and so It could be anyway. So I'll allow you one more request here, Nerdy. We have one final control map to close it out. What do you want to see?
I don't want to see... I definitely don't want to see another Lei Shang, which we're not going to anyway. We saw Oasis, the one I forgot about. I personally would love to see Nepal, but am I going to get my wishes granted? I got one wish granted today already. I feel like I am pushing my luck asking for more.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you just got to take the wins when you can get it.
If you're not a frequent viewer, you do not understand how little we see different maps. It is always almost for hybrid King's Row.
Yeah, but it's actually going to be Control.
Yeah, I know, but I meant like for reference.
Sure.
Me wanting Blizzard World was the fact that 9 times out of 10 it's Scrims Row.
Round 1. Capture
And
the
I'll take Ilios. This is great. Now take me to the well and let's see how many people Moist can send down.
It's true. I just want to see environmentals. Well, okay, that's a very early to use. That was just Genji mains caught out by Soup there.
Ooh, and again.
Again, yeah. They want him out of the picture. Wolves are the first ones to make their way onto the point, are in the process of getting it, but Moist is fighting back. Ooh. Nope. Wolves do claim it.
And unfortunately, Moist without the LOS of their Ana is going to go down. It's one of those things that you got to understand how the comp synergy was working, and you really need your Ana if you are pushing Roadhog by yourself. Moral of the story, don't go alone.
There's the dynamite there. It doesn't look like I can land on it too many. Still trying to make some space for themselves as Bob is charged up. Wolves still a little ways away from their ultimate if you don't count the coalescence.
I'm going to count Co. It's not easy to get kills with it. Like, someone needs to already be pretty gosh darn low in order for that to happen, unless you're getting mana boosted or mercy boosted somehow. But that's a great sustain if the Law can get in the beam.
Now Cyclones, with the help of that, we do see a boop off the edge there, so that's one on to Daydream.
Thank you, Control. I appreciate you. Sorry, Daydream. I hope you had a nice trip.
Secret's taken out of their mech. There goes a sound barrier down for the Wolves, just trying to stall this out because they're already almost 60%.
Shout out to Shaipangi, who went and glocked the Soup, by the way. They got a headshot on them to take out that Widowmaker to make things a little bit easier for their team, but the sustain is still happening here. During that Mercy battle, I don't think they lost anybody.
Oh, Shaipangi.
But Shaipangi doesn't end up getting revenged.
Yeah, I thought this might just be a stall, but it actually is a complete hold there. Great job by the Wolves. There's only the Roadhog left, and he's just forced to run.
All right. 1 fight territory. 4 ults online for the Cyclones. 1-ish to almost 3, if not lost. Gets a really, really good orb in here. Coming up for the Wolves. Moist swaps off Roadhog. Oh, that's
wow, they read that. And it actually gets Daydream.
I bet Daydream's going to get res. Never mind, we need to have the Mercy boost here. So no res for them.
Listen, I've been saying, if you have more ultimates, you're going to lose the fight. But it actually looks like it might actually happen here for the Cyclones.
And oh, they did have more ultimates. And they are going to lose the fight.
Okay, you know what? I stick by my original word.
You know that meme where there's that blonde, long-haired female presenting person with like all the math symbols going on around them?
Yes.
That is my brain right now because Cyclones, I do not know what is going wrong at this point.
I don't know either. Oh, like the basket, no, just misses there.
Come on, Alika.
Oh.
Secrets, stop getting in their way.
Okay, trying again, 3rd time's the charm.
Yay! All right, okay. So, Wolves, they've got Lucio boop ability. They've got Secrets boop ability. Cyclones, they're going to have Shaipangi boop ability. Moist is abandoning... Oh, never mind. We're not on Well. We're on Lighthouse. There's still boop ability, though. And no hook potential. Moist is abandoning the hook. No more Roadhog. I'm a little sad about it, but I understand needing to actually do a comp that can better perform on this map. And right now, you've picked it. However, There is a full-blown dive comp. Like, this is perfect dive coming in right now from the Wolves. It's just Law engaged a little bit too soon and got eviscerated.
Barbecue and Moist doing good here. They're going to get a pick apiece. Force the Wolves off the point. Soup has to head back.
And we're going to have a stagger there from Secrets. It's really important for anyone who's watching who's trying to get like their bearings about themselves for Overwatch 1 before Overwatch 2 drops. Just a heads up, don't do it. Just wait for Overwatch 2. Get in the beta. You can take control of Cage first, let point actually go in favor, excuse me, I have hiccups now, of the other team, and then pick a target and engage on them, especially when you're really looking for Sombra hacks to engage upon. So that takes time to set up and fully convey to your teammates, and it's okay to need that time instead of wasting a full fight and just charging enemy ultimates.
Going in here, turrets are making that a very hard point to take with their mortality field. They're just comfortable sniping out from indoors here. Already going to go past 40%, and the Wolves left fumbling again.
The big things that are really going to help here, if you don't have the Reinhardt to go in and shield off a lot of damage, is you need your Lucio to go in with your D.Va, with your Winston, and go take out those turrets. But typically, like I said, it's a lot easier with the Ryan. But now we've got Soup who's going to drop down through that window and use EMP. It's going to shut down all the turrets. They will come back online, though.
The problem is that Cyclones have already moved over to this other rooftop here.
Yep. So you got to bait them to point now. Bait them to point. Don't waste your util to do it, because now you're squishy as heck, but it's okay. You took out 2. Bombs coming in. That's a lot of ultimates! Stop!
They did hold on to the Primal Rage, so they have that.
And Co. There's 2, but that was Death Blossom, that was Bomb, and EMP. EMP and Bomb, EMP and Death Blossom is really all you need. Because now Cyclones are literally coming in with every ult online, and you have 2.
But, I mean, you know, maybe we just want to throw that advice out.
I know. We've routinely seen 2 ults, at least in this broadcast, win out over 5 ults.
Especially if you can get some environmentals.
Oh, shut me! Oh my god! Daniel, that was amazing. Oh my god. I can't anymore. I can't. Like, why would you rotate left when there's a monkey with a primal?
That was beautiful.
Every ult. Every ult. At least Control somehow managed to hang on to... no, it was Shaipangi who beat it and got thrown off, right? Yeah, it was Shaipangi. He got Ajaxed really hard. Not lost. What just happened? We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm still trying to catch
I am
my
too.
breath.
My brain just stopped working. It really just stopped working, and I apologize. I'm trying to regain composure here.
Cyclones make their way back onto the point. Moira's not going to be able to stall it out. Now we're moving on to well.
All right, Moist, can you make my day one more time and go the Roadhog character?
1-1.
Can you? I will not lie, though. Can we get a replay? Yes. Thank you, production. Y'all are amazing. Like, we got the boop off here, which was great. And then we see Lucio trying to beat. 2 others go off.
I loved seeing the cry. Maybe knocked off with the cryo freeze as well. Just this big chunk of ice heading off the
That was absolutely incredible. That was so
I don't know
funny.
how many times we can make the joke, oh yeah, they're not going to win, they have more ultimates. Yeah, like that's going to happen. Every single
ult
time!
got popped while they were going off the edge. All right, so TP out, and we are swapping off that, I believe, to the Reaper here. Gonna lock down Cage, which is great. Reaper going in on both sides, so gonna see who freezes better and whose team follows up sooner. The only difference here is we do not have a Baptiste for the Wolves. Instead, they have a Moira who is charging our ult significantly faster than Daydream there on that Baptiste. Wall goes down, and Bap goes down, Control goes down, but the trade is heavily in favor of the Wolves. Never mind. Now it's in favor of the Cyclones. Secrets. Oh! Sneaky, sneaky! Ryan, I don't know how you lived.
Oh. Okay, I mean, I know they had the rockets, but still was panicking a little bit.
All right, that's how you lived. You really had no life left.
Still trying to teleport away, but it's not going to escape the coalescence there. Wolves have taken the point first for themselves. Really amazing how fast they've charged their ultimates.
I mean, Coalescence when in the right hands can charge Co very, very fast, and that's exactly what Not Lost did. Now we're coming up on Bomb, Primal, and Cryo, the male coming up. Cyclone's gonna have Shatter, Window, Bomb as well, and Death Blossom. So that one extra might be the deal breaker. We'll have to see as Bomb gets thrown. Hits the middle pillar though, so the Hockey Puck routine did not work out. Barbecue finds full support. Mail gets dropped. I think everyone's gonna live though.
Picks up a triple. Can he find a quad? After that, it's going to be fighting the other Reaper, but he gets taken out by Alakath. Still, though, the Wolves are hanging on here, stalling it out to at least 50% as Moist eliminates Secrets. As Lucio not quite able to find it there, but he's still stalling.
Control, I appreciate the attempt. That was very close. Moist now, looking for an opportunity to get a Shatter. We hear Barbecue, I believe that was Barbecue, use Shadow Step and Wraith form. No, that was Alakath who did that, so they are kind of in hot water. They're going to live, though, since we're going 4 ults into a 2-ish 3 ults for the Wolves. No bets being made as we see a self-destruct engage. Pick up not Stop going into the lights!
Oh, and he gets knocked into the well. That just might give the Wolves a little bit of hope here. They're trying to face off this Winston with Primal Rage. He's trying to keep the fight going. Now he is able to survive with the help of that sound barrier. Alakath now has respawned, has the Death Blossom online as well, but probably doesn't need to use it right now, so good to save it.
All right, so 15% lead right now for the Wolves. Roughly, though, depending on how long this fight takes to start, we could be, we're probably most likely heading into last fight territory. This is just me a long and drawn-out fight. If the Cyclones can manage to get a foothold for a little bit, they're going to drop that freeze, but D.Va, even out of mech, manages to make it out alive. The only person who kind of got trapped was Mei. Reaper comes in with Death Blossom, finds Daydream, finds Moist. And that is a very, very fast reset if the Cyclones want any hope of retouching this point. I don't think so, though, because that was a decent chunk of stagger that just happened.
Yep.
And that is a team ace.
And I got to say, I would hope that the Wolves win at this point, if not for the greatest play I've ever seen.
Try Kangi. To every Lucio, work on your Lucio search.
And now into overtime, a pick onto Daydream happens at the worst moment for the Cyclones. Just one more fight and a remake on top of that by Secrets. The Law also with the Primal Rage. What a final match. They're pulling out all the stops.
No, okay, the Holy Chub.
Not lost again. Fine. Yeah, but they still won.
I really thought the Holy Chub was gonna get another remet kill.
Woo! What an ending there. Congratulations to the Wolves winning the championships again, back to back. It again goes to a game 5. Well, wow, what a rumble. I don't think I've seen a match quite like that. That had everything. It had Blizzard World ups and downs.
That was very fun.
That was probably one of the best matches I've ever seen here at Esports Tower.
Yes,
that's really great. Speaking of Esports Tower, want to be seen by expert college recruiters, pro athletes, and team general managers? Then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured Rumbles, recruiters are taking notice too. It's a great way to explore exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro and land your collegiate scholarship. All right. This has been a very long day and a very long match, but very quickly, your player of the game.
I have the memory of a goldfish, so I really apologize. Who was our Moira player?
Not Lost.
Not Lost. So Not Lost is going to get a nomination here, but my hard vote really has to go to the Law.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just for the one play.
Yep.
Yeah, I could see that happening. It could be any of them. I don't know. We'll just have to see who production has chosen, if they have chosen anyone. Yes, of course. They have so many plays to choose from. It's actually going to be...
Secrets!
All right, Secrets is going to get it. With the remix.
They had some great Reinhardt play here on Dorado as well. They forced back the Tsunamis here when there was a shatter from Spacefire that he completely blocked, which was great. And they did show up on the DPS role a little. No, just the off-tank role as well, and did a fantastic job there as well on D.Va. So yes, congratulations, Secrets.
Well, the play of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Secrets is your ICCU player of the game. It's just nice to see Blizzard World in the replays for once.
Makes me so happy.
This was a great Gravitics as well. Kept the Wolves in the running here, or at least help keep the Cyclones at bay before they took the point. And there you go. Well, I know we've said a lot. There's been a lot. Do you have any final thoughts?
Learn how to stop staggering yourself and use the map geometry and natural environment to stop the stagger, whether that be hiding or just going off a ledge.
And actually use the ultimates, okay? Find a way to actually win with them at this point, because the joke we kept making that they weren't going to win paid off way too much in the most spectacular fashion at the very end on Ilios.
We really don't mean to cast or curse people.
Right.
We don't.
We were I was just trying to make the joke, and it kept coming true.
Yeah, that's all it was. We were genuinely not trying to cast or curse. So hopefully y'all watch those VODs, capitalize on those VOD review opportunities with your coaches, and you guys can point out what went wrong. And maybe it comes down to communicating who is using what, when, and for what. And if there is a conversation of, I'm using my ult to counter this ult, and every ult that you guys have discussed countering with your own ults gets popped by the other team, hold on to your ultimates. There's no need to use them at that moment, unless it's the last fight, and you're getting primaled off the edge by a monkey.
Yeah, that's true. I can't really add anything to that. But we'll leave you with the top 5 plays of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is the best team to join out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. Congratulations to all our teams on a fantastic Week 2 Summer Overwatch Rumble. The Wolves claim the top spot once again as they take down the Cyclones in Game 5 in the Grand Finals. But there's more exciting Overwatch content in our future Rumbles, and you're not going to want to miss it, so make sure to tune in Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to catch the additional Overwatch action. That's going to do it for us tonight. We hope you enjoyed watching. Have a good night.
And are they going to do the same rotation? Okay, this time, though, okay, Barbecue has Tire, though. So if they can give Barbecue the cover to actually go all the way up to the high ground, yeah. No, Barbecue, this is not what I was talking about. I meant to go all the way up.
Well, you know, it works. But it works. Still as a DPS for now in this Rumble. Huge shatter onto the Wolves. Look at that by the Tsunamis. They're just going to charge in after that and take the team out one at a time. This Zarya is charged up and out for blood. And the Wolves fall.
End up winning. I'm really going to blame it on dropping three ults on a Wasp fight.
We're going to have to see if the fight truly is lost right now. Oh!
What
wow!
do you
all
eat,
of
my
a
friend?
sudden, an ace! Now, Apollo should not have free mech'd there.
Apollo. Make them kill you or go jump off the map. There's a hole over there where the Zarya is actually looking. What? Robo and Allocats, you two are disgraced! No good noodle stars for either of you!
Advice out.
I know. We've routinely seen 2 ults, at least in this broadcast, win out over 5 ults.
Especially if you can get some environmentals.
Oh, look at